You walk in, Siegel, and you see Agent Miller's like kind of standing over your desk, and he's got a picture in his hand. He's looking at.
Right. Let's say hello. Good morning, sir.
Morning. I'm gonna need you to take a look at this. This was found in a book at Drexler's. Agent Mara messaged it over last night. There's a picture in the evidence of
Yeah.
Discord.
Saw it. Mm-hmm.
In a book
Creepy.
about University of Pittsburgh history. A little strange, huh? Let's, if you could, at some point, figure out what the deal is with this here picture. Found it in Drexler's houses. I think I'm in.
Was it found with any book in specific, or just like roughly hidden?
It was in between the pages of a book called like University of Pittsburgh history from like 1865 or something to 2004.
Okay. You said 1865, right? 2004.
Yeah, 1865. I
Picture
believe the
of
school's about.
meth. What's a Pittsburgh student called? Do they have like a certain
Not that I know
name for
of.
them? Okay, let me just check. You know, like how some they have like these how do I put this? Like American universities have like names for themselves for their alumni and stuff.
They probably do then. Very old school.
Yeah.
Yeah, right about that. About that
Okay,
time.
they call themselves Panthers, but I'm just gonna go with Pitt alumni. It's probably easier. All right. Okay, what does Miller want to say?
He's just that's about it. He's kind of looking at you. He's like, this isn't like a priority or anything. But
All right.
I know you're good with the computers and clickety clacks.
Just check if I am. Yeah, I'm sufficiently good with them. Should I roll a comp side, Jack?
Yeah, if you wanna, you have like a computer with you, or
That's a
probably need
good
to
point.
probably need to
I'd probably
requisition like a company laptop.
yeah. I'm gonna have to put it on my rec list. I haven't written it out yet.
I mean, you have a like, yeah. Go ahead and give me a
Smartphone.
roll because you can figure this out if you give me a roll with.
Comp sci or
Yeah, sure.
bureaucracy? Yeah.
Which one's higher?
Bureaucracy is way higher. But this one's good as well. I got a 10.
All right, so yeah, you pull out your phone and take a picture of the picture, and go onto like that Russian website where you can reverse image search. You run a reverse image search on it, and it comes up. Second here, Mephistopheles. Yeah, Mephistopheles. But yeah, go ahead and just Google that Mephistopheles Club Pittsburgh. You'll get exactly what he's going to get as soon as I figure out how to spell Mephistopheles.
A secret society in the early 1900s.
Damn, that was quick. You are good at this. You learned all that quick?
Well, sir, there was a sign on one of the cloaks in the picture, and I did a reverse image search on that part of the picture, and it popped up this society. Don't really know yet if it's a good lead or not, but it's probably worth running down.
It's University of Pitt.
Let me check. Well, it's Pittsburgh based.
All right. Well, yeah. See, maybe if you see if this group's still around or something. Cool. Thank you.
Oh, it's linked to Wesleyan University.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Yeah. It's similar to Yale Skull and Bone. Are you familiar with Yale Skull and Bone, sir?
I've heard a thing or two about it. Yes.
Yeah, it's like a secret society of like high income individuals sending their children to Yale on a legacy entrance, not mattering whether or not they're actually capable. And then they join these secret fraternities, and then they get the best jobs in the country just based on like being members of these fraternities, apparently.
Yeah, it looks about right, huh?
Yeah.
They're all pointing at something. I don't know. All right. Well, thank you. Let me know if you figure out anything else.
Gotcha, sir.
At that point, Agent Lime walks in, and see tall gentleman, tall skinny gentleman, black hair and a black mustache, next to Agent Siegel. What's she see when she looks at Agent Siegel?
Well, like 5'8", guy, an office worker in his 50s, late 50s probably. Well, so let's say mid 50s. Big bit of a stomach, bit of a gut, but like not unable to defend himself, but like obviously like more on the nerdy side. And he's just like busy looking at stuff. He barely notices that you have arrived.
Okay. Agent Lime is a black woman of average height. Her skin's a bit ashy. Her hair is natural, but pure white. She looks like she's reasonably fit. And one thing you notice is that she moves quickly. There is no hesitation in her stride, and she crosses that room possibly faster than you have ever crossed a room in your life. And for her, it's casual.
All right. Yeah, Miller looks at Siegel as his phone rings, and he says, "I got to take this. Fill her in on a bit of what happened yesterday, will you please?" Thank you, and he walks off. It was like little office room.
Yeah. Siegel stands up, extends his hand to shake for you, Lime.
She will shake it. You may notice that her grip is actually a little weaker than you expected.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Agent Siegel. Obviously not my real name, but that's what we do around here. Are you familiar
Exactly,
with
I'm Agent Lime. Don't share personal information. Only share information about cases when directed to do so. And what else?
Yeah, pretty much. Like essentially, okay. Final question: if you have to contain the threat, contain the knowledge, or save lives, which one is more important?
I always put save lives first, but I think we're supposed to say contain the threat.
Well, you know, the way I see it, if you don't contain the threat, it's gonna cost more lives anyway. But to each their own, I suppose. Like you see, Siegel's a bit miffed that you got that you got this question, in his opinion, wrong. You know, it's not an objective question, but it's just like the way he rolls.
Yeah.
Also, you know, it's like it's early in the morning, and you know, he's not a morning person at all, and it's not even that early. Like it's like 9:30 something. All right, so I tell Lime, all right, we're still building this up. Basically, have a look around. If you look behind me, he points behind himself. There's like a skiff room, you know, like a room built inside the hangar that is made to contain, like, make any kind of recording impossible.
What's up, FB?
And he says our case board is in there. So basically, whenever we have any kind of new lead we take a picture and of the relevant information and we put it up on the board inside. And agents come and go, and they just pick, a lead for the day or an objective for the day for the whole team or for the individual agent, and then they go about their business. There's also a tunnel here through under the airport, which leads to like a big office building where we have a shooting range, we have containment cells, and some other stuff that's still in the process of being built. Obviously, if you want to discuss something, you can discuss it always in the skiff. Out here, please refer to information indirectly at best. And also, if you don't know what to do, like just check with one of your other agents with the board or check with Agent Miller. You just met him, the guy that looks like Tom Selleck a bit. Yeah, like everybody's pretty cool with stuff. We got people from all over the globe. The task force is about 20 people roughly. People come and go all the time. I see we got a new arrival. And he points behind her, and there's Agent Dewey just arriving at the office.
Walking in. How's it going, Agent Dewey?
Yes.
What
Hey,
do we
everyone.
see?
You see
Um,
you walk around. You park your car, walk around. You see an airplane hangar that's open. You can hear some guy like wrenching on a helicopter. The sound of air compressors running. You know, it's only 8:45 in the morning. You guys are at it pretty early, but it's pretty quiet as you walk back into like the back corner where you see Agent Siegel and Agent Lime standing over a desk. They look up and see you. What do they see?
yeah. So he's obviously he's a dude. You can notice that uh, he will have a like sort of like a dark brown skin tone. He's in his late 30s. With several strands of, I would say, white hair on his otherwise short crop hair. Facial hair. In terms of clothing wise, he's most likely wearing a white shirt with a navy blue jacket, a pair of standard trousers. Let's go with gray trousers, leather shoes. And he does speak with an accent, much like me.
Is there any
He'll be looking
obvious
at.
agency affiliation? Like, does he carry a badge or a gun?
He doesn't really carry any badge.
Okay.
Mhm.
I wave to him to join us.
Yeah.
He would be. Yep,
As
go
Agent
ahead.
Dewey walks up, Siegel got a high second. No, you have a high.
Nope, Siegel is not a combat agent.
All right. Well, yeah. So Siegel and Lime, give me an alertness roll, please.
Agent Lime does have a high alertness, 70.
Oh. Okay. Well, go ahead and mark it, Agent
Yep.
Siegel.
It's done.
Yeah. So you.
You said you wanted to roll?
No, you're fine. You detect this automatically. The high. You smell the scent of two-stroke engine oil. Coming off of clothes of Agent Dewey here.
Are you a mechanic, Dewey?
So sorry to say this, but actually it's pronounced as Debbie.
Debbie.
Yeah, I know it's a bit strange of a name. for you
No,
guys.
it's your alias. Whatever you want to
It's
be
good to know.
called is fine.
We just have to tell us. It's fine. Devi. Okay.
Yes. And in terms of mechanical, no. That definitely not. Though
Why
I
am I
do
smelling
dabble with
oil
some.
on you?
Uh, Perhaps because my bike is not really working that well. So I had
Ah,
to grease it up, so to speak. Or maybe because of the fact that this morning I was, painting an oil paint on my lovely canvas. I'm still, it's an unfinished art yet.
no, it's the bike. Yeah, in the EPA, we learn to detect gases and leaks carefully because if you don't, well, some things explode.
Is there a way for me to check the files, Steve? Like their agent files?
Whose agent files?
I want to
Dewey's?
see Dewey's. Like, I want to find a way to like
Devi.
rationally.
Dewey's?
Pardon me. It's gonna be a long road. Sorry.
Hmm.
Dewey and Limes. Like, I want to just have like a quick summary on like what they can do, basically.
Might need a laptop for that.
Okay, so it's not really here right now. Okay, I'm just gonna mention for Devi to join us, like motion for him to join us at the table. And I'm gonna just like repeat the overall situation here. So essentially we were called in to go after a phenomenon that's linked to the King in Yellow. If you're familiar with it, there's a play called The King in Yellow that if people read, they seem to lose their minds and themselves. There has been a smaller task force looking into a similar case before us here in Pittsburgh, but a bunch of agents went missing over time. And so a bigger task force was set up to essentially find out what happened to our people. This task force was supposed to be led by Agent Drexler, but as it turns out, Agent Drexler himself vanished yesterday, just disappeared from his apartment, from his house. We went to his house, checked it, found his phone and his wallet and all his earthly possessions. So right now, Agent Mulan is at the house trying to catalog stuff. And we also went to Agent Drexler's workplace, which is at the Cathedral of Learning, which is an annex building for, I think, the University of Pittsburgh. And he had an office on the 5th floor. Went to the office, took a bunch of books, papers, and small clues and leads, and brought it back home. So as I was already telling Agent Lime here, this behind me is a skiff room. The skiff room makes it possible. You walk inside, and inside you cannot be recorded. So whenever you have to discuss something that's important to a case, do it inside the skiff only. In the skiff room, there's also multiple case report boards. So basically, the analysts that we have here are gonna work through the leads that we find and put them up on the case board. If you get into work one day and you need something to do, just check the case board and follow up on a lead, or talk to Agent Miller. You haven't seen him. You haven't seen him, Davey. He is. He looks a bit like Tom Selleck with a handlebar mustache, and he basically can tell you like other tasks that you can do. If you have to requisition something, just write him an email. I hand out Agent Miller's email, and yeah. So out of game, if you look into the Discord channel and scroll down, there's a the Skiff case reports channel, and in that channel we just catalog every single lead we have right now. Okay, so there's a weird poem, there's a weird letter, there's a handmade ticket for a masked ball. We have a lead on a professor that also works in the basement of the same school that we haven't talked to yet. We have a letter from Allah to Jack about stuff that may have been directed towards Drexler or not. We don't know. And we also got a collection of books that we got from Drexler's office. Plus, we got a collection of books that we got from Drexler's house. It's like there's a lot of stuff. Okay, so also we got a fresh one right now from Mulan. If you scroll down in Discord to Clear Intelligence and Knowns, there's a picture at the very bottom of in the Knowns channel, Clear Intelligence Knowns, and it's a picture of UPIT history. I haven't put it into Leeds yet because it's very fresh, but it's essentially about a secret society called the Mephistopheles Society, which let me just load the page again. Mephistopheles Society was first founded at Wesleyan University in 1870, and it's like a secret society that helps people, like, basically share power between very few people and concentrate economic and political power inside these secret societies, similar to Yale's Skull and Bone Society. This is all I have right now. I just found this out, and I'm gonna put it up on this gift board. We can pick any lead we want to run down today. The one thing that's holding us back right now is we're still requisitioning our new FBI identities, so this is gonna take some time.
Yeah,
We don't have any.
at that time,
Yep.
Miller was like standing behind you listening to the last few minutes, and he's going to speak up and say about that. Need you guys to go to the FBI building and get your IDs, and then they should be able to do them. Like, should be able to get it right there on the spot, and then it'd be great if Agent Lime, if you guys could assist Agent Lime back to the 5th floor and maybe other parts of the building. You said something about the basement. Maybe check out the basement. But she's a bit of an environmental scientist. We need to be nice to get her to poke around and see if there's anything weird going on with that building.
Happy to
That'd be
do
awesome.
so. One thought. You mentioned that you have his phone. Has anyone cracked it yet? Because I heard you were a bit of a computer expert, Agent Siegel.
The phone's still in possession of another agent, Agent Mulan, who is currently at Drexler's house, putting labels and stuff on everything. We'll go through the phone once we have access to the phone.
Yeah, good.
Like,
Okay.
out of the game, there's a different player that's currently doing that task, and I can't access the phone until that guy is done doing the task.
Good call,
Okay.
Siegel. There's actually some boxes, so if you guys do end up wrapping it up and having time left in the day, if you could swing by and grab some boxes of
Yeah.
evidence
Okay.
that need to
So
come
the-
back here.
The important
it
thing is
sounds
that we
like
get our yes.
Step one's IDs.
Definitely. It's important to get them because we were spotted by some secretary busybody while we were ransacking his office. So we better have some documentation on us this time, just to get in the door again.
All right. Well, he gives you
Simple question. How solid are these IDs?
these are
What level of scrutiny will they stand up to?
pretty much any and all scrutiny. They come with clean social security numbers, like created at the social security office.
Okay.
Official as it gets. So you have a couple minutes to come up with your fake identity, because it's a good one. so-
Okay.
Yeah, this task force is fully sanctioned by the U.S. government. So essentially, we're creating fully backstopped identities, and you just pick your FBI name.
Yeah. Now,
So Dewey and Lime. Yeah.
if you're from the area, because we have another player who's from the area, you do have to consider, if you're from the area, if you use a fake name, it might be, it could come back on you. Like, if you were a cop or something, and there was, you were the FBI agent with a fake name, and you're somebody who recognized you came up and saw you using a fake ID, that'd be sketchy. So I don't know if your character's from like the Pittsburgh area, but if nobody knows you, then yeah, totally different ID. But there is one player who probably, just needs to use his real ID, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he gives you the
All right.
address. I'll text it to all of you. You get like a group text. It's looks like 3311 East Carson Street, the corner of South 32nd Street and East Carson Street, next to the UPMC Rooney Sports Complex.
Yeah, found it. FBI office.
See how far away this is.
So, okay, just to be clear, we've got an agent name, an FBI name, a real name, and I've got another name,
Yeah.
but
For
I'm
ease
not
of
sharing that at
handling-
the moment.
For ease of handling, you can just say like your agent name all the time. Like I refer to
Mhm.
myself as Agent Siegel all the time, but I have a real name and I have an FBI cover name. And I feel like, I think Steve said it's okay if we just refer to ourselves as the agent name to not get confused on all the names.
Yeah, you can just
Okay.
we'll just pretend it's real and you'll figure it out when you figure it out. But-
Sooner or later, I'm going to have more names in the game than in real life. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is just the official one. If you have another fake name, you could use this opportunity to just add a social security number and a real fake background to it. You don't necessarily have to make a brand new whole cloth name. But yeah, it's 5 miles away. That's pretty thick city miles, so it takes about 20 minutes to get there. Are you guys gonna drive together or
Wait, hold on. I'm
Take
kind of
3
confused. Like, which lead are we going with again?
Say again,
you-
please.
what mission?
Which lead are we following?
well, the
Right
first
now
thing we're
we're
doing is
getting-
getting our IDs.
Ah, got it.
Like
Okay.
cover IDs, but we have to go to the FBI building to get fingerprinted and photographed because it's like we're like the whole American security apparatus is gonna like inject this into the databases, so we gotta do the whole process as if we were real FBI agents.
FBI
Right.
Counterterrorism Task Force. So if anybody asks you any questions, just tell them it's classified and reach out to your higher ups. And then
Yeah.
they'll
Okay,
never
so
be able to.
so we are working under FBI. Is that right?
Yeah, this is an
Got it.
FBI task force. Unless you have you don't necessarily have to work under FBI. You could work under like an what do they call it, like detailed. You could be detailed to the task force from like Interpol or whoever you're. Like if you were in the CIA, you could just be a CIA agent that's detailed to the counterterrorism task force. If you're like a straight up civilian, basically, then you need to get a badge so that you can do badgy stuff, carry a gun, not have people ask you questions, be able to get into places, stuff like that. But you already have that.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily need a fake ID at all. But yeah, are you guys going to drive together or separately?
I'm gonna offer David a ride if he wants to like share the car, but he can just drive with his motorcycle if he wants to.
As you guys get out, walk over to the parking lot. You see that Dewey was rolled up in a 1987 tricked out Jawa moped.
Yeah, that's my
Okay.
bag.
Hence
Yes,
the
please
two-stroke
get the
motor oil.
leaks fixed. It makes my head swim as an EPA agent. I've got an
yes,
electric
sure.
vehicle here, by the way. Better for the environment.
I'm not really good with yep, sure. You know what? Makes lives easy, right? I'll just follow you.
Alrighty. We jump in our respective vehicles and go to, let me check, 3311 East Carson Street, FBI building in Pittsburgh.
Right.
If you want to, guys, you can open up like a My Maps, Google Maps, and like follow the shit around and make like entries where everything is. But it's not required. It's just, you can if you want to.
Forgot to mention.
I'm gonna not, but thank you.
By
right.
the way, Rain, could you change your name to Agent Lime, if possible, in session? That's okay with you?
All the Discord.
Yeah, because like it takes my brain like a second every time to like not say the wrong name.
All right. Yeah. So
I'll have to see if I can. I'm on enough different servers that it's starting to give me hassles about changing names.
no worries. So yeah. So
But I'll
you
give it a
guys-
shot.
You guys pull up. Agent Siegel. You're first. Agent Lime pulls up right like next to you, and I assume you guys hop out of your car. You're waiting for
We'll
Dewey.
probably be waiting a while for Dewey to join us.
Yeah, you guys kind of sit there for a minute or two, and then you see Dewey come ripping down the street. No helmet. I don't know. Do you have a helmet on?
No, I definitely do. But I thought I'm taking a ride with what's
Oh,
the
okay,
name
okay,
again?
good.
Oh, even better.
Agent.
So
Yeah, I
you
thought-
won't be waiting.
I thought you said you were
Yeah.
following. All right, yeah. So you
alright.
guys get there, and you all jump out, and as you're
Sorry, could someone type down what's the address again?
I got.
Yeah, because I you know.
All right. Well, yeah. So you guys get out of the car, and as you're kind of like getting out, you look up and you see a tall gentleman in a nice suit, aviator sunglasses, and he's walking up to you guys. Looks like he's expecting you, maybe. He's like, so
I
he
turn
sees
towards
Siegel
him.
first. He's like, "Hello, Agent. Are you guys here from the task force, the special case?"
We sure are. And I introduced the other two.
He shakes your hands, shake them, leads you into the building. You kind of walk right past the security, like they know this guy. Walk in. He takes you to the elevator. Stand at the elevator. He pushes the button. Standing there, waiting for a minute. Hear the ding. The elevator door opens up. Take the elevator up to the top floor. He leads you down the hallway. You know, typical FBI, all white walls. You know, a picture of like Donald Trump on the wall, 2018, I think, right? Picture of the president on the wall.
Yes.
Not much else. A couple chairs. He leads you down a hall and kind of uses his arm to gesture you through the door. If you go through the door, you'll see a lady standing there and a bit of like like a photography setup, like where you are here to take your pictures. She steps up. She's like, "Oh, hey, nice to meet you." Kind of like waves you on. He's like, "Who wants to be first? Here, you guys are in a hurry."
Alrighty. Seal steps up. He tries to straighten his tie, but then notices that he's not wearing a tie. So he just like straightens his collar, makes him seem appear to be a bit more presentable, and gives it an uneasy smile, waiting for the picture to be taken.
All right, click.
He steps away.
Next. How about you, sweetie? She looks at Dewey. How was it again, Dewey?
There we.
Debbie.
Debbie,
Yes.
Debbie.
You notice that he adjusts his jacket a little. If he does see any ties lying around, he would definitely tie up a tie on his neck. But otherwise, he would just yeah.
Steps up, click, takes the picture. All right. How about you, honey?
Agent Lime has taken a minute while the other two were getting their photos taken. She has pulled her hair back tight behind her head in a tail to make it look more official and change the appearance a little bit. And she's touched up her makeup and she's ready for the picture.
All right. She steps up, click, takes the picture. All right. Thank you. I'll get these right to you. And then the gentleman that the gentleman that led you up here, comes in the room and hands you each a form, and you can see that it's like it's the information form for the ID, right? The information you want to be tied to the identification. Like says, follow me, leads you back out into the hallway, and then down the hall, the first door on the right, there's a little like kind of conference room type deal with a table and chairs, and then chairs lined up against the there's a table with chairs around it, and then there's a row of chairs along the wall. It says you can fill these out here. It's going to take it's going to take probably 20-30 minutes for these IDs to be finished. Be back when they're done. Does that sound good?
Sound good, thank you.
Mm.
Alrighty. Why don't you guys, like Dewey and Lime, you guys need to think of an agent name now. Like just a new name that gets to be put on the ID. It could be your real name or like a new name if you want to. And meanwhile, I'm gonna enter the new lead into the database.
I'm assuming you have your you would have your personal laptop if you wanted. You always have your briefcase, right? You could do it in there.
I mean, like above the game, I'm gonna lead it, put it into Discord.
Oh, got you. All right, yeah, and he leaves you there. So basically, the idea is that you're going to be bored for a minute. You all fill out your paperwork, and he doesn't come back yet. You're just sitting there, waiting. What's Dewey doing?
So,
Or go ahead. Sorry.
Lime will say to Agent Debbie, "Is this your first rodeo?"
He kind of looks around. He looks back at you. You can see that he's uncertain whether he wants to answer your question or not. And then he kind of like shakes his head later. Let's go with yes.
Got it.
How about you?
First in a while.
Got it. Are you writing your name or are you making up a name? Because I'm not sure. I feel a little illegal to do this. Coming out with a name and stuff.
Ideally, you don't want anyone to know your real name, but I mean, you do you.
All right, some time goes by. You hear a tap on the door. The agent sticks his head in. Says, "You guys like a bottle of water? Anybody?"
No, thank you.
No.
Do you
Cold.
have anywhere to fill a bottle? I brought my own. Bottled water is bad for the environment.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Want to follow me, and he'll lead you to the down the hall a little further. There's like a break room. Takes you to the break room. There's a sink. You can get some like lukewarm sink water.
FBI ought to be able to spring for a refreshment station for people to refill their own bottles, but guess money's tight with the new president.
I mean, if you look across, there is like a coffee machine that you could probably get filtered water out of. Now that you see,
Yeah.
but yeah, he'll lead you back into the room and be like, "All right, I'll be back when they're done."
By the way, do you guys know how to remove off the tab or whatever you call it as from Foundry? The help page thing.
There'd be a checkbox at the bottom of it. You might have to scroll down on it.
So I need to check it. Is that right?
Yeah, there's like confirm that you've seen it. I guess it's the first.
Nope. It doesn't remove the help box.
Maybe like refresh the window.
You can also share your screen on Discord. Maybe that helps us finding out.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't have those boxes. I get a pop-up every time it opens and I just check a box and it disappears.
Yeah, there's like a guide thing that it offers to show you like a guide, 45
okay.
second guide in the chat.
Okay, yeah, I got removed.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, he closes door behind himself and you hear him walk down the hall. Pretty plain room, white walls, no pictures. A little thing with cup holder with some pens in it, center of the table. Sit there awkwardly. What are you thinking about, Siegel? What's running through Siegel's mind? Did you sit here in this room, probably bored? Nobody's
Actually,
talking.
Siegel is curious about the new guys. Like, you know, he's seen the other agents and he's like, I hope everybody works well together because Siegel doesn't want to die for like bullshit conflict stuff. But he's also curious what names they will choose if they're gonna go. Like, just curious to hear what names they come up with.
What about you, Dewey?
Yep, Debbie would be like adjusting, his posture a little bit uncomfortable of the silence before he break it by saying that. So I guess my new name. You guys can call me Agent Deva. Yes. Yes.
Alrighty. I think they need a first name too for your ID.
Yeah, if you just want to DM it to me, I'll put it down and stuff. Private or something. I have to write. Remember.
I
Yeah.
just DM'd it to you.
Okay, thank you.
Like I literally just finished DMing it when you said that.
Nice, smart, good. So yeah. What's Agent Lime thinking? Sitting there, nobody's talking. Awkward.
I mean, I did talk. I introduced myself as Agent Deva.
Well, time's going by. It's been like 3 minutes since anybody talked.
Agent Lime is hoping that these people don't get killed or worse, get her killed.
Yeah, like Siegel is just, I don't know, just waiting for stuff to finish. And he's also reading like the website that he found about the lead that we just got.
Nice. All right, a few minutes later, you hear tapping at the door again. The handsome agent, opens the door. Opens it wide, steps in, says, "Here you go." And he passes whoever's closest to the door. Passes the IDs around. Is that all? Need anything else while you're here? I can't hear you if you've talked in the last few minutes, do we?
Testing.
I can hear you now, yeah.
All right.
Oh my God! I've been talking all this while.
Oh, whoops. Yeah.
Yes. I guess something's wrong. Can anyone hear me?
I can hear you now.
I can hear
yeah.
you.
Okay, cool. Yes. I've been saying that I've been introducing myself as Agent Deva.
Dewa.
Yes.
Okay.
And then he's kind of like a bit awkward. Whether or not he should introduce himself as that or he should introduce himself as the real name or something. He's unsure. He thinks. But he looks around and says, "Is this everyone's first time as well?"
Siegel is like, he says he's maybe not my first time around, but definitely the biggest task force I've been on. Like, this is highly unusual to bring this many agents together. So like keeping that in mind, the threat must be appropriately and approximate, huge. Like it might be the
Mhm.
biggest threat we've faced as an organization so far.
And how did you know that there are going to be many agents? Or I can see the three of us.
Agent Miller, the guy that has oversight, mentioned that he's bringing in about 20 agents roughly. So far I've met 7. So there's a bunch of people already on board, but people are coming and going. It's just that usually, Delta Green operation. Sorry, I don't mention Delta Green. I say usually these operas are restricted to like teams of 3 to 5. So this must be a really big threat somehow.
Yeah. Also, a little uncomfortable with that many people, knowing about me. The benefit of the small teams is you only have to work with a small number, and that way, if anybody gets compromised, only a small number of people are at risk.
Yeah. I suppose we were running with the Outlaws.
Look, if you
Well, I keep-
want to talk about the past, let's go to the private room, and I'll give you the heads up. But
But you here know,
the-
like you
the
don't need any
short
judgment.
version
It's just like
is-
seagulls. It's just seagulls, just curious, like no judgment.
the short version is I encountered something bad when I first met the organization. Got some injuries, have recovered, but that took me out of the field for a good long time. And I acted as a friendly between now and then, and now I'm getting back into the field. Get back on the horse that threw you.
Yeah, it's more than more understandable. It's hard to let go of this world once you actually know what's happening behind the scene.
Just take care of your health. Be careful what you're exposed to, and physical therapy is no fun.
Amen.
And you guys hear ding, the elevator opens, and agent walks out onto the first floor, does the same like arm gesture, like after you, the door to head out, talk to each other. You were told next stop is the Cathedral of Learning in Oakland, but what you want? Any stops or something? Tell me.
I will tell the other two that my FBI name is Agent Leeds, Leeds. You can refer to me as that in public if we need to. Not my real name, but
Nice to meet you,
people are
Agent
going to be
Leeds.
seeing the ID anyway.
Yes. I'm gonna go by Agent Dominic Shaw as my FBI name. But like out of game, you can just say Agent Siegel. Like otherwise we can't remember all these names. There's like 20 people, 3 names each.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know so that in future, if you need to reference me by my FBI name, you can. But out of character, we're just going to use the agent names. I get that.
Okay, so last time we were here, I was here with Agent Black and Agent Yannick. There is for you new guys, there's a university building that's 42 stories tall. It's like a huge building. It's called the Cathedral of Learning. If you want to go to Google Maps and just type in Cathedral of Learning, you can find like where it's at.
Type it into the
Okay,
GPS.
is this the building where the person disappeared from?
This was his office, his work office. He was a university professor. I can take you by
Okay.
the personal house later on, but right now we have a lead to follow up here in the building.
Okay,
And
was it
which
his
vi-
personal house or the his workplace that they wanted me to do the environmental science check on? Because I'm happy
The-
to do either or both.
Actually, we can do both, like if you don't mind, if you have the time.
Today is one of my field work days. I've cleared it for this. We've got time. I'm hoping to make it to PT tonight, but if not, I can cancel.
Let's see, it's still early in the day. I'm gonna
Around
offer
10
Agent
o'clock.
Dever a ride again if he wants to.
I'm sorry. Which lead are we following again?
We're following up on we have a business card from a professor. Let me check. Professor Jones. He's a professor of music recording technology, and his business card was found in Drexler's office. And amongst the notes on the yellow sign and the king in yellow and stuff. And we want to see if he has had any discussions with Professor Drexler, who is also Agent
Got it.
Drexler,
Okay.
about any of this. And Professor Jones is also has a basement level recording studio in this very building that we already were in. But first, we're going to the 5th floor to make sure that Agent Lime can do her environmental study, or at least like get a quick feeling for the place.
Yep.
Do you have your kit
So-
with you, Lime? Like, do you need any kind of tools or whatever?
Yeah, I keep it in the trunk of my car, so I'll fetch
True
out the yeah. I'll fetch that out. Anybody looking in the trunk will see that's also where she keeps the body armor and the rifle.
Nice.
She's not walking around with those, but they're definitely in there. And a pair of roller skates, high end.
Nice. All right. Should we assume that from now on you ride with me, Dewa?
Yes. If you
Alright,
don't
if you want to
mind.
ride, if you want to ride separately, just tell me. It's totally fine. I just to save on
No,
time.
no, no. No, no. I would assume, if we sit the same vehicle, it will be much faster. Correct?
Yes. Also, the parking is much easier with less vehicles.
Yeah.
Just in case there's an action sequence, you gotta come with me if we have to move quickly. But I presume that Agent Dewa is probably more athletic than me. I'm one of the least athletic people least combat ready people in this group.
He will look down and will look back at you. Yes. I suppose I can pass a certain test.
Do I notice
Catch up,
if
slowpokes.
Yeah, Lime is very fast. Do I notice if Agent Dewa is carrying a concealed gun?
GM,
Uh,
do I carry a concealed gun? Because I believe I talked with you that I probably purchased a gun or something.
Yeah, not yet. He doesn't. You don't
Right,
see that.
so we-
You can't see if he has a gun or not. None that you can see.
All right. I think Siegel's just gonna straight up ask him, in case we run into trouble, are you armed?
GM, am I armed?
No, not if you
At
don't
this
think
point,
you are.
no. All right.
He's
Alright,
fresh.
don't-
He needs
not
to.
armed.
He's pretty new to Pittsburgh, I believe, right?
Okay. Yeah, so
Uh,
we can just requisition guns, just like keep in mind, just send it to Agent Miller, the type of gun you want and any optics or any laser pointers or whatever that goes with the gun. Just send it all in requisition forms to Agent Miller. Out of the game, that means you have to PM Steve and he will tell you what you can have and what you cannot have.
I mean, I think you'll probably just get like FBI issue, like probably FBI
Yeah,
issue pistols.
Sidearms.
Yeah, and you'll be getting two. So you'll get two identical pistols. One will have no serial numbers whatsoever. So if
Case.
basically use your FBI gun, the gun that's like ballistics, because they're going to do ballistic matching on all the guns, right? So they can track who shoots who, right? So you'll use the clean gun if shit's crazy, and if it's like a legitimate law enforcement situation where you think it'll pass, then you can use your real gun.
Yeah.
Okay,
Or
does
your- or
Agent
your
Lime
duty
have a
gun.
clean gun? She definitely has a real gun.
Yeah, if you think she has a gun, she has a gun. She lives in a, not the safest neighborhood. You said moderately safe, I believe. So yeah, sure, she's got a gun.
It's safe for the locals, but she has a gun professionally.
Oh, well then, yeah, you have
Remember
whatever.
we established that. I
Yeah,
was
she
just
has,
asking if she also has a clean gun from the
Oh
from
no,
Delta
probably,
Green. Yeah.
probably not. That's not for everybody.
Okay, well, she'll have to requisition one.
Yeah, it comes with the
'Cause-
ID basically. So they're already requisitioned. You'll have them in probably a day or two.
Okay, so for now, she doesn't shoot anyone she doesn't want it traced back to her. Got it.
Yeah. Good call. That'd be
Alright.
wise. I mean,
Hmm.
all right. So you guys are standing there outside the FBI office for a couple minutes talking. Do you? I guess.
Okay.
So let's do Agent Lime. Since you drove alone, you jump in your car. Do you head to the Cathedral Learning, or you make a side stop?
Yeah, he knows where it is, so I'll just follow him.
Yeah, I'll just like text you GPS or whatever coordinates. If
Okay.
not, like just like I always do, like in the team, so everybody knows where we're going. If you want to look it up on Google Maps, it's just Cathedral of Learning. Will take you right there.
Okay.
Ancient
And what
building.
kind of a driver is Agent Siegel? Is he
He
careful,
drives
calm?
he drives a Subaru Outback. He's almost to the point too conservative, you know? Like
Right.
he is very much like go under the radar, don't be noticed kind of guy. But it doesn't mean like he himself is like just like a milquetoast guy. It just means that like he makes sure that he's never committing two crimes at the same time.
So he's stopping at all the red lights and
Yeah.
following the speed limit,
Essentially, yeah.
basically. Wise decision in Pittsburgh. Hectic roads. All right. Are you gonna head straight there? You kind of know she's following you, so you probably assuming you just straight there.
Yeah, we just go like slightly. Let me just check the map again. We're going slightly northwest of the cathedral by 1 block because there's a big parking lot that we can use, I suppose. Or yeah, or we will like after we try. Yeah, sounds. So we park about a block away, I presume. This time. You good with that?
Yeah. You find a spot about a block away. Let's say there's some street parking here that opened up in front of the Carnegie Museum. Between the museum and the Shinley Park, you guys find a spot. Siegel pulls in, and Agent Lime, parks, kind of has to do like a Yui. That's cool, and parks on the other side of the street.
Not a problem. Agent Lime is a decent driver.
Alrighty. It's
40
Tuesday.
drive skills, so.
Nice. So it's Tuesday about 10 a.m. I guess. What's the, or a little later maybe, 11ish. What's the university look like right now? There's a ton of people, right?
Yeah, it's a school day. There's a lot of people walking around. It's still pretty early, but yeah, it's a madhouse out there. There's like hundreds of people that you can see from where you're at. You make your way across the street, or you're gonna head straight in and up to, or yeah, where do you guys want to go?
I suggest we go up to the 5th floor, check the office for your environmental study, and then go down towards the basement to speak with Professor Jones. If that's okay with everybody.
Okay.
Alrighty, I call the elevator. I look around if there's like anybody reacting to my presence being here, given that we just had like a little run-in yesterday with the secretary or the old woman that you described.
All right, you guys push the elevator button, take it up to the 5th floor. Ding, it opens up. You go out into the hallway. You see, right across from you, there's a little plaque that has little arrows, and it's saying, like 503, 504 for the different lecture halls, basically, that are in like the core of the building. See to your left, I believe it was to your left. What was it? Office B. Yeah,
I think
Office B.
5B. Yeah.
Office 5B. You guys head, is that what you do? Head to the office?
Yes, please.
All right, you head to the office. Get to the office door, it's closed.
Is it locked or closed?
It's closed. You want to check and see if it's locked?
I would try to open.
Okay, you try to open it, it opens. Inside you see those 4 desks that you saw yesterday, and you also see staring right at you is the lady that you saw yesterday. She's like, looks at you shocked. Like,
Good
they're
morning,
back.
ma'am.
She looks at you
Good
shocked.
morning, ma'am. Yeah.
Hello? What are you doing here? Hello?
Oh, hello, ma'am.
Good. Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
I'm here for the mold inspection. I start putting on my filter mask and placing on the gloves, just to make sure. I'm sure there isn't any mold, but we've got to check all the offices.
Mold inspection. This guy was here yesterday, taking boxes from
I-
Mr. Drexler's office, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know
I'm gonna
about
try to
him.
put-
I'm here for the mold inspection.
You got some ID? Can I see some ID?
Sure. I'm gonna
Sure.
point towards Lime and tell her this is our specialist.
You pull out the still warm, freshly printed ID. He like kind of comes
do you
up
show
close and looks
EPA
at it.
identity or do you show FBI? What do you show, Lime?
Oh yeah. EPA probably, huh? This is a
Yeah, I will flash the EPA ID at her.
It's like, oh, sorry, miss. My eyesight's not what it used to be. Can I see that a little closer? She gets out of her chair and comes over towards the door, waiting in anticipation for you to show her your ID. Should you show it to her?
I will show it to her with my thumb over my last name, holding it like that so she can see my first name. But
Takes a look. Let me get a stealth or something if you have a better idea. See if you can see how sneaky
Like
you
you
are.
just
stealth is
or
fine.
persuade, maybe.
Stealth or luck. You can do luck as well to see if she notices that
They're
you're-
both the same number, so let's.
Ooh.
69. Well, I get to check stealth.
There you
Yes.
go. She looks at it. She says, "What's that? What's the name on there, ma'am, miss? What's that say?"
Okay,
Your
I
thumb's
put
in
it
the way.
away, and I put the ID away, and I say, Linda leads.
Linda leads. Well, Linda, what? Mold, huh? Do you have some paperwork or? This is just quite out of the ordinary. I mean, we have an exterminator, Jim. It's been here for 45 years. I didn't know.
Can I try and pull her
Did something
aside?
happen? Is Jim okay?
Can I try and pull her aside a bit to free Lime up to work?
Sure, you can try.
All right, I'm gonna try and pull her away and just open my
Trying to
open
persuade
my
her, or
ID.
riz her
I'm
up?
gonna try. Pardon me.
Trying to persuade her, or like riz her up,
Let's see.
or just get her attention, basically.
Just get her attention away and also persuade her a bit. I'm trying to I'm gonna flash my FBI badge, freshly printed, and I'm gonna launch into. You didn't really give us any time to explain yesterday. Hi, my name is Dominic Shaw. I'm with the FBI. I'm afraid of course, it has to stay between us, if you understand. But I'm afraid something environmental may have happened to Professor Drexler. He fell ill, and he's currently being taken care of by some of our best doctors. We are here to check. That's why we were here yesterday, to check in if there's any obvious signs of environmental dangers. And we took with us some of the documents that looked a bit molded.
Yeah.
But right now, we're just trying to figure out what kind of
it the
fungus
black
or
mold?
similar befell Dr. Drexler and his
Is it
health.
black
Pardon
mold?
me?
Is it black mold? This building's old, but I haven't seen any mold.
Well,
All right,
the
that-
papers.
Thank
I'm
you.
not
hon-
sure.
That's okay. Sorry for the misunderstanding, honey, but I gotta go. I got a class in 5 minutes.
Before you go, Professor
Knox.
Professor Knox, good to meet
Samantha
you
Knox.
officially.
Thank you.
If you could do us a favor and keep this between us for now, because we're not sure if this is a natural made fungus or it might have been a human made fungus. So at this point, please do not share any information with anybody about Dr. Drexler's health, because we're not sure if this is a criminal case or simply a small misunderstanding or something, a case of him eating just bad food. We're not sure yet. So
Okay.
please keep all the information to yourself.
Thank you. I got a long walk, honey. Thank you. Head
All
out the
right.
door.
Good to meet you, Professor Knox.
Thank you. Sorry for the thing. I'll let security
Is-
know
No
that.
worries.
I'll let security know that what happened.
Appreciate it.
Is something going on with her? Because that interaction seemed a little weird to me.
Does anybody have high human in this group?
I've got a decent human.
Dewa, what do you have?
Hello?
Yes.
Yep.
Do you have a high
yes.
human?
Yes.
Okay. Could you roll it, please? Maybe Lime too? Or can we all roll a human to see
Yeah,
what's
sure.
her-
Yeah, you're all going to
If
be
possible.
sizing her up. Sure.
All right. 3 successes.
Dang, nice. Got all the good rolls out of the way. She seems genuine and in a hurry. Maybe a bit of a Karen. She was very, I don't know. Anybody who did exceptionally well, the 10 there, you get the feeling that she's just kind of protective of the college and, kind of like protective of, like she was, more than happy to rat those guys out for being where they weren't supposed to be.
Mhm.
Yeah, so a Karen,
Yeah.
typical Karen.
But nothing
Gotcha.
too crazy. She hasn't said much, so nothing really to lie about.
Okay.
But yeah, she
All right.
heads out, closes the door behind her. You guys are standing there in the room.
Well, as
Do you
I
need us
said,
to
we've got
help?
the gloves on, we've got the mask on, and she's just if you see anything that looks like water stains, damage, anything, take a look around. Anything like that can hide mold or other environmental. In fact, give the office a good once-over for anything that seems unusual to you. I'm suggesting they basically search the office while she does the environmental stuff.
Yeah, go ahead. What do you give me a
All
search
right.
roll?
Gonna roll search. Success. Deva, you want to roll search too? Nice. Failure. But don't forget to mark your failures, because it's gonna be improvement after.
Yeah, mark your failures. Sure. Failure. All right, yeah, you look around. You guys did the other team yesterday did a pretty good job of cleaning up Drexler's desk. You can see that there's some like books and stuff on top of it. Looks like one of the other people in the office, took advantage of the space. It's a pretty cluttered space, 4 people's workspace. But let's see with the successes. Let's see. Yeah, Dom.
Yep.
You look at Lime is, she's looking for other stuff. She's looking for signs, right? So you notice that on Mrs. Knox's desk, the desk she stood up from, is a copy of the book, the same book that same exact book that Drexler had on his desk. Picture, or the book at his house. The book where you found the picture at his house, she has a copy of the same
Okay.
exact book.
Universities of Pittsburgh History, 1865 to 2004.
It's just kind of, it's not like she was just reading it. It's off to the side. It's got some other stuff on. Strikes you, and you look around, but in a cursory look, nothing seems too out of the order. We'll say you like open some of the drawers on the desks. It looks pretty standard, pencils and erasers and paper clips, that kind of a thing.
Can I just sum through her copy to see if there's any notes or placeholders in there?
Sure. Yeah, you don't see any notes or placeholders.
All right. I try to put it back exactly like I found it.
Dewey, or sorry, I'm terrible with names. Oh yeah, it's what was-
Devi. Yeah. Yes, go
Devi,
ahead.
Devi. Agent Devi, you look around, you don't really see anything out of the ordinary either. You know, you're pretty new to I don't know, what do you see? You're seeing like this old, like very old building. You look over, there's two windows in the room. They're like gothic gothic age windows, so it's the wall is like made out of large stones and the windows are like old-fashioned arches that are, you know, like self-supporting arches. You know, the walls are like horsehair plaster, probably something like that, like very
Mhm.
old. Going on a
Yeah.
100-year-old building. And I don't know if this was like what you're used to. I'd imagine that the architecture is like totally different probably than what you're used to.
Yeah, I definitely gravitate towards the the architecture and stuff. Knowing that I've never stepped into this building before, I probably marvel on it rather than doing what I'm supposed to do, which is to find clues.
All right. Agent Lime, you searched as well and succeeded. Way to
Does the office have an in-suite restroom?
negative, but you saw the arrows pointing to the restroom when you came in the building or came up the elevator, stopped the
Okay.
elevator. There was signs. They were
All
like
right.
basically right across from the elevator.
So with no restroom and presumably no sink, there's no water coming in. So another place she's looking is up toward the ceiling tiles, any stains, water damage, that sort of thing, because sometimes things leak in there, possibly from the AC system, then turn to mold.
Yep. You see, yeah, you look around, you don't see any mold. You see that it's a pretty old building, a lot of buildup and dust. You know, the walls haven't been washed in a while. You kind of spend a couple of minutes investigating. The wall's kind of intriguing, and you know, as you look at the first window, and then kind of you know, admire the maybe admire. I don't know what you, but you notice that the window's like old and it's like very well crafted, and that the people that crafted it by hand. Then you know, proceed down the wall, looking along the floorboard and whatnot. You get to the second window, and on the second window, see, look real closely. You see, like a date or something like that. Looks like it might be scrawled in pencil, and a signature. Signature is like a spiral, just a spiral signature with a like apostrophe S maybe, and that's kind of all you can make out.
I'll point it out to the other two. Is there a custom of signing windows in this building?
You would imagine.
Siegel points out that spirals are a sign of going insane after having had contact with the yellow sign.
Ah, that would explain this. Okay.
Yeah. Does it look like, Steve? Does it look like the same spirals that Draxler did, or is it is it a different spiral, like
It's
style-wise?
good question. It's you know, it's just pretty much the same, but it's like less spirals, right? So it's like three larger spirals instead of, you know, like Drexler. Ones Drexler was drawing were tight. There's probably like seven. Like if you counted the spirals out, it's probably like seven or so. This one's like three larger spirals.
Is there any way to distinguish between handwritings if it's like his or somebody else?
I don't know. Probably not. It looks like it's very old. Like maybe the stonemasons put it there. Like whoever maybe made the block or something, like whoever cut the block
Okay.
maybe, or
What's the date on it?
it's 1936.
1936. Okay, I'll just make a note.
2/4/36.
Two,
Could be a
four,
date.
1936.
Seems
That would
like a
be
date, yeah.
February, right? Yeah, February 4th, 1936.
If it's an American who wrote it, if it's a Brit, it would be April 2nd.
Yeah, but I'm assuming that's why I'm asking.
So might not even be a date. Looks like a date. Dashes.
If it's inside a Pittsburgh building built in 1936, 3 spirals on a brick. Is it like etched into a brick, or how is it drawn on?
I'd say that might be a question for the environmental scientist. It looks like pencil, but
Okay,
wanna
I'm gonna
get,
ask
like-
Lime if she can like take a closer look.
Happy to. Okay, so what can I tell looking closer? I got 60 in environmental science.
right. Do you have any like scientific skills? Do you have like a
Yes, it's a science skill, subtype environmental.
well, yeah, I looked it up. Environmental science is like a group of things. They're more like analysts. So you got to kind of pick
Okay,
what,
the way that the skills work for creating a EPA, you have 3 science choices: environmental, chemistry, or biology. I picked environmental out of the 3.
okay. Well, let's give you a free one as well if you want it. For like
Sure.
a
I'll
discipline.
take anything free.
Yeah, because environmental science is like the study of all types of things. So it's mostly like philosophy. It's like, other scientists, like hard scientists, do the science, and then the environmental scientists interpret the evidence. Right? They look at the ice cores, and they're the ones who say like there's global warming exists, and like they create models for stuff like that. But you worked for the EPA, so you would probably have like a chemistry skill, maybe something like that for like forensic testing. But you tell me.
Sure.
Something
I'm
that would
fine
help
with
you.
chemistry. Should I put it at the same level as environmental, or how do you want me to do it?
Sure, yeah, same level as environmental. So yeah, you then what? Pull out like like a little testing tool that you had in your kit. Maybe take a swab of it, put it in like a little
Yeah.
dish or something. Go ahead and describe
Sounds
it if
good.
you want.
Okay. She reaches into her kit. First, she carefully uses a disposable camera to take a close picture of it for comparison. Then she takes it and she takes out a small scraper and sees if anything comes loose, any flaking or anything, with a tube ready to catch any flakes that come off. If not, she'll look at potentially more destructive methods.
Yeah, it does look like a little bit of. It looks like it's probably. It looks like it's probably pencil and some like graphite. From what from your experience, it looks like you got some graphite scrapings on the end of the scalpel there.
Yep. She will go into the kit and do a couple of tests and say, yep, common graphite, if that's what it is.
Yep.
Do you need me to make a roll? Or she's 60% is pretty good for science.
Yep. Let's see. Well, explain how you were able to test the graphite and see that it's like old. It's maybe a different, I don't know, maybe they used like impure graphite, like maybe, I don't know. I'd imagine modern graphite might be, I don't know. But yeah, you can tell it's old, but it's graphite. Kind of makes sense with the 30s. Go ahead.
So Siegel
Yeah.
asks, does it make sense that a graphite signature would survive 80 years on a brick inside a building?
Depends on how frequently it's cleaned. The fact that I found it, I was actually able to see it and it wasn't covered in dust, makes it unlikely. Graphite tends to be abraded, and if the brick was being cleaned with any frequency over the time, it should be gone by now. But you said that this was, the spirals are connected to the unnatural. It's possible that they may be more persistent. unless deliberately removed.
Yeah, like Siegel's having a hard time wrapping his mind around the graphite signature on a brick inside a room that's arguably probably been cleaned like at least a bit over 80 years, right?
Yeah,
Like that's
it's
gotta
in
be
the
like
corner. If you look, it's in the corner. The windows are like arched, so it's kind of a steep corner. You'd probably have to scrub pretty hard to get in there. Like if you just went over it with a rag, uh, it wouldn't make that much contact, right? Like you know how yeah,
Alright.
sometimes you have to bunch the rag up to get it in
Gotcha.
the corner of stuff. But
Yeah, but
most
if
of
there's
it's
been
gone. Like
even 1 or 2 deep cleanings over the course of 80 years,
yeah, I mean if you look at
it
it, you
should
can,
be gone.
yeah, you can see that it's like it looks like it's been cleaned. Like the majority of the graphite is in like pores. But, you know, it's kind of like a porous material. I believe it's made out of Idaho lime, so it's relatively porous thing. But yeah, it does. It seems odd that it's still there.
All right.
And all you know
So-
is that
but
it
it's-
was a older style pencil. It could have been written there yesterday,
Gotcha.
maybe. You know, just a little weird,
Oh.
right, for somebody to be walking around with an old-fashioned pencil. But this is an old building. Like if
That's
you
a
look
good point,
around,
yeah,
you
so
see.
the graphite could be old, but we don't know how long it's been there. I'm gonna
if
just
you-
confirm with Agent Lime. So you're saying that the graphite signature was done with an old style pencil that's at least that age, but it might have been like done yesterday as well, right?
You would
I
also
cannot.
notice. Sorry, you would
Go
notice
ahead.
that the desks are old wooden desks, probably 60 years old. So it might not be that crazy for this place. Like it's a very old. This college has been here since I think like 1830, something like that.
Yeah. But there's no way for us to confirm how long the signature has been there, just that the graphite is old from an old style pencil.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to confirm age, you're going to need enough substance to do a carbon dating. And
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to do that on just a few pencil flakes.
Now I'm saying like the only thing we can actually identify or carbon date would be the graphite. But we couldn't like if somebody's in a possession of an 80-year-old pencil, he could have used it like last week to make the signature, right?
You're
I'm just saying the only thing we can test for is the age of the graphite.
yeah, Dom, your character's very smart. So it might come to him that this could be modern. Like remember the paper that you found? The basically, you know, it looked like old-fashioned paper, but it was made recently. Like it's not necessarily,
yeah.
it's not 100% sure. I was wrong when I said it's like pretty confirmed that it's old. Like it's not necessarily old. It could be just like, you know, what you actually know is that it's not pure. It's not what you would expect out of like a pencil that's modern, that was made in a modern factory with modern, you know, this is like the test that you did came up graphite, but it was very dirty. There's, you know,
Gotcha.
other like rocks and whatever. I don't know what would be in there, but you know, you're just
All right,
surmise
so-
that it's probably older due to the fact that it's like a dirty sample, like back when they made pencils by hand, you know.
Yeah. I just mentioned to the group that this is the second time in 2 days that we've encountered something that looked old, but might not have been old. We also found a ticket for a masked ball in the Frick Fine Arts building, but it looked like just like a handmade paper, but with fresh ink, or at least it looked fresh. And also there was no date or address on the ticket. It's more like a prop, a theater prop, you know, something for decoration mostly. So I just mentioned it out to the group that this is like the second time we've encountered something that doesn't really make any sense time-wise. Like I'm not saying there's time travel aspects involved here, but let's just make a note that this was where the signature is and of the timestamp with the 3 spirals.
Right. I
All right,
do
shall we-
think it would be interesting to find out whose office this was on that date. But actually, does the book you've got there
Yeah.
have any information about that? Because it's a book on the history of this
It's a good
university.
catch. I'm gonna pull out the book again from the stack of Dr. Knox and thump it open towards faculty in 1936.
All right, yeah. So you thumb through the book, and it is in chronological order, and you see that it's basically that's what it is. It's a book about faculty, and like the things that they did. Like this is an old school, so a lot of like congressmen and stuff from like the first president, I believe, had a part in, or the not the first president, but like the third president of the United States had a part in founding the school. But so looking through it, you see a short description of the old names basically and what they did. You see like a little place about where they worked, and as you flip through, you see that you can tell that this building was. It appears that this building was built around 1936. That's when like
Alright.
you notice the first names that are mentioned from the cathedral. But there's only one name that mentions the cathedral learning, and it's Thomas Henry. He was a it says just say like the equivalent of philosophy, or like science, but before they were physicists, before it had differentiated into a bunch of like they used to be more
Yeah.
generalists,
like-
right? So it's like a
yeah,
general,
unilateral.
yeah, it was like a general science type thing.
Is there a picture of Thomas Henry in the book?
No picture.
Okay.
A short little, about like a paragraph and a half. He did some work, did some like, cutting edge stuff in the 30s, but nothing like fantastic. Einstein.
Yeah.
He had a few breakthroughs worthy of note.
Is there anything that makes sense in our context with the breakthroughs that he had that I mentioned?
No, not really.
Okay.
Just like
All
general
right.
stuff. Like he was working on like moles. Basically, he followed up on like Benjamin Franklin stuff and doing work on like molar masses and the science of figuring out how to count like atoms. So like a mole is an amount of atoms. So some things the mole's huge for like a molecule. Some things the mole's really small, means it's very dense. That's kind of what he was working on.
Okay.
It was hard before they had nice microscopes.
That I presume. I'm gonna show the entry to both Devi and Lime just to make sure everybody's on the same page, essentially. That we have like a mention of Thomas Henry. If anybody sees anything anywhere about this guy mentioned somewhere in another case or another lead, just connect it to this one, okay?
Okay.
Alrighty. Should we go downstairs to the basement level to speak to Professor Jones?
Yes. I'd like to test down there for the environmental factors as well. By the way, did I confirm that there is no mold here in case we get asked that again by the nice lady?
Confirm no mold. Appears to be, there's like old soot basically from when they used to open the windows. The whole building used to be like covered in black soot until they cleaned it in like 2014. Now it looks pretty good.
So the story is now that there might be a little bit of soot going on, but it's just based on the age. Just make sure that you mention, like the story is still that he has some kind of fungal infection and is being treated for fungal infection somewhere in a hospital. And yeah, just point out multiple, like, just make it very, very clear that there's no need to be concerned if somebody asks. We just checking around. Like the last thing we want to do is induce a panic here.
How are you feeling, Dewey? Taking a drink?
Yeah, I feel a little bit incompetent and not knowing all this stuff, but he's just like listening.
What is your specialty, Devi?
Uh, specialty. I suppose I'm good with anything related with crime scenes and stuff. But yeah, in terms of environmental, you know, I'm not really that good in science.
All right, we're gonna have a crime scene coming up for you at the house. Um, let's just like have a quick chat with Professor Jones, and then we're gonna move on to the house. So you have like some stuff to do there. Okay, Debbie?
You don't have to accommodate me. Whatever you guys have to do to advance our investigation, just do it. And I'll tag,
Right.
and I'll happily tag along.
Okay, just
Right.
making sure you don't get bored.
So Agent Siegel and Agent Lime, they leave the room and head towards the elevator.
I think we bring Debbie with us, like
do
all
we-
of us. There's no reason to leave him behind.
Well, yeah. What do you do, Debbie? You follow him down the elevator.
Yeah, that definitely, but along the way, I'll be asking, sorry, what's your name again? Agent Storm. Uh, I'll look at him and say, could you tell me a little bit more about this Professor Jones?
So the only lead we have on Professor Jones right now is that his business card was found in one of the between the books with the spirals. So the essence of the danger of the King in Yellow and the yellow sign is that it acts like an infection, right? If somebody that is interested enough or smart enough on the topic reads too much on the topic, it can result in a almost psychological overwhelming of the person. And that person may or may not immediately become an agent of the King in Yellow. Even unbeknownst to the person that is infected, they may start acting in ways that is in advantage of the King in Yellow. That's my understanding, at least. And right now, we don't even know if the King in Yellow is a virus or if it's a person or if it's like Cthulhu in a trench coat. We don't know what it is. We just need to make sure that all the vectors, all the angles of a possible infection with the yellow sign and the King in Yellow are taken care of. And now we're basically making sure that Professor Jones isn't in any way compromised, or at least like just check in on him to make sure that he's not one of the bad guys. That's
And I
the
and I
yes.
assume you, or
Yes.
whichever day that is. Okay. So I mean, like in terms of character wise, like who is he?
I'm
Don't know
not sure
yet.
what you're asking.
Professor of what?
He's a professor of music recording technology. So
Okay.
it's a very, very niche subject, a very special subject, but it could be relevant because maybe there was a recording of the opera or of the play The King in Yellow, which is the dangerous part of The King in Yellow. And maybe Professor Draxler showed it to Professor Jones, and that could be a vector of infection, right? That's a way to infect somebody. So now we got to check with the professor to make sure that nothing's wrong with him.
This may seem like an odd question, but does infection by the KIY vector lead to any kind of physiological changes in the affected?
I would have to check with the handler, and I'm gonna just pull up my phone and make a quick call to Miller.
Oh, go for Miller.
Hey Miller, this is Sigil. We're just trying to figure out if there is any kind of physiological changes or any kind of behavioral changes that are noticeable when an infection with the yellow vector occurs.
A tendency to disappear from the face of the earth and never be seen again.
Anything less obvious?
Not that we know. We only this seems to happen quick. 1 minute you're fine, the next minute you are gone. And we can't. We've yet to, as far as I know, we've yet to get our hands on somebody who's had a lot of experience with it and not just disappeared.
Right. So at the very beginning of this whole thing, we don't know pretty much anything.
Yeah, I mean, we have a few reports for over the span of like 4 weeks, and then like the best that we have is 4 weeks from first indication that the person was kind of losing their marbles, to them disappearing and never being seen. That was 3 years ago.
When you say losing their marbles, is it just abnormal behavior or any extreme behavior?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a biologist. I don't know for sure, but kind of like going crazy, like decline in mental state.
Like becoming the animal?
Um, we don't know. Just becoming erratic, basically. Erratic and
Gotcha.
like basically. I mean, if you've ever been around a cokehead, you ever do any undercover work with heavy cocaine users?
I mean, I worked in Las Vegas, so I'm
Okay.
familiar.
Well, imagine somebody who's had all the cocaine that they could handle.
I
You
gotcha.
know, Winning, whatever his name was. Remember that Hollywood guy? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, like the guy that got fired. Yeah, remember
Yeah,
that
he
guy.
got fired. I think he's got AIDS too, maybe. But
Oh,
Charlie
yeah.
Sheen, that guy, like that
Least
guy.
of his problems.
Yeah, like very erratic, very sketchy, and then just disappear.
All right.
Typically, like half the time we can't even tell where they disappeared from. Sometimes there's a small sign of a struggle. That's why we're kind of leaning. That's where we're leaning towards with Drexler. But I
Gotcha.
mean, I've known Drexler. He was fine not that long ago. He had tips for us. Like I said, he uh, suspected that there was, a bunch of shadiness going on in the local art scene and college there and whatnot. Yeah, how's
Okay, so
the?
he was investigating the college itself?
Yeah, that's kind of what we thought. He had mentioned vaguely that he suspected some kind of like society or cult operating out of the college, and he didn't want to say anything because he thought he was, he said he thought he might be going crazy. He had a bunch of like old books and ties to old names, and he was pretty convinced that it persisted, but allegedly he had proof of some like culty type behavior through the past. Kept saying always the fifth floor, which is where his office was. But I looked into it. His office seemed fine. Nothing suspicious on the fifth floor in years.
All right. And this is exclusive. Did he mention Pittsburgh, University of Pittsburgh by itself, or?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, the university.
All right.
Some of the teachers.
Appreciate the info.
He thought some of the other teachers might have been. Yeah, but yeah, have a good one. Click. Hangs up.
I relay the info to the others. Behavioral changes like a cokehead, like Charlie Sheen, erratic behavior inside of 4 weeks, then people would immediately disappear. Apparently, Drexler was looking into a cult working out of this right here university here at the Cathedral of Learning, which is also one of the main buildings for the University of Pittsburgh. So we should look into local art scene, maybe some kind of art club at the university and corresponding lecturers and professors. Yeah.
And are we supposed to do this daily? As in, checking up on him every single day, or is there like a time
it's just a
period?
lead, like it's a lead,
Hold up,
like
Rumble.
now we know like that it's happening inside the university. So now people can just like pick different lecturers. Like for example, we know Dr. Jones and we know Dr. Knox, right? They both came in contact with Dr. Drexler, Professor Drexler, pardon me. So we know those two could be infected. So we're just gonna look for unusual behavior with the professors and with the art students mostly, and see what we get.
Hanging out with Diddy.
Yeah, I mean something like, for example, if you get the flu and you have your workmate with you beside you, you can like check maybe a couple of days, and after a couple of days you don't see any sign, then chances are they don't get affected by it. Similarly, would this case to be the same effect as well, or do we have a certain time period that we need to check up on them?
I think like anybody that starts behaving like a lunatic, like Charlie Sheen with a drug addiction, like completely out of character. Anybody like that we can look into, and obviously anybody that just vanishes, anybody that stops being where they're supposed to be and cannot be found anymore. Those are all infected vectors.
Got
It's
it.
more, it's less
so
like
it sounds
less. Yeah, go ahead.
so it sounds like we have to check every single day, correct?
It sounds like a lot of work, but we may get lucky if we find if we stumble upon something. I don't think there's any way for us to look into all the
Yeah, so
Pittsburgh student.
Siegel, you saw all the stuff at the office and the house, so you would know that you can limit it. You can, if you're patient, that you will be able to probably limit the pool from like way down from every single student and professor. Like you got all of Drexler's stuff, so somewhere in there is probably notes
Yeah.
on what he was thinking. But like I said, there
Yeah.
was hundreds and hundreds of books. It's going to take, and you've already seen that he, like, one of the pictures that's a piece of evidence was found in the pages of a book. So kind of got to flip through all these. It's going to be like a process. And there's
Totally.
just notes, notepads
Well,
full everywhere.
Let's take this one step at a time, and our next step is going down to talk to Jones, right?
Yes. And I made
So-
you imagine they're like at Professor Drexler's house, there is multiple rooms full of books. So we need to work through all these notes and books to find like any kind of leads that he had as the primary investigator. And once we have more leads, we can follow up on more people. For right now, let's just check with, as Agent Lime said, we're just gonna go downstairs and talk to Professor Jones.
Agent Lime, you get a text on your like Delta Green phone, the secure,
Okay.
check it. Check it.
Office, yes.
Yeah.
Clear.
Yep. You get
Environmental infection.
you see a text from Miller, and it says, "I know this is going to sound a little crazy, but I need you to keep an eye out for doors that don't belong."
Okay.
No context.
Do you share with the rest of us or keep it to yourself?
Well, this came from the boss, and he had the ability to send the text to all of us. So I just look at it and then put the phone away.
So I will not be looking for doors.
All right, so yeah, you guys head to the elevator. Two of you go into the elevator. Devi goes into the elevator, and he's the one standing next to the little control panel where you push the floor, go to the basement. Like B, you see like B1, B2. L for lobby. The other two are kind of standing there waiting for you to push the button.
Oh, sorry. I would definitely look at Agent Dom and says, which floor again?
Actually, I'm not sure. It just says basement here. Let's
Yep.
try just basement 1 for now.
Okay.
You try the button for basement 1, and the elevator does nothing. I don't know. Maybe there's a light. There's like a light that how the elevators have the little piece of plastic with the like a orange piece of plastic that has the little emblems that come up, and you see a light up for that requires a key to go to B1.
Not great.
Oh, okay.
So
All right. Let's go to try B2 just in case.
yeah, you hit
Sure.
B2, and the elevator goes.
All right.
Why would the elevator go to B2 but not B1 without a key?
We can check with security once we're done. If we get to meet Professor Jones, let's just see if there's something in B2.
All right, yeah, it takes a minute. You hear the ding, door opens. Look out into a hallway. It's like a T-shaped hallway. There's a hallway that goes straight ahead. There's a hallway to your right and to your left. Off to the left side, you see a plaque on the wall. It's, like matches the one that you saw upstairs that has little arrows pointing towards the room. and you see an arrow that says points towards like recording studio B. It smells pretty damp. Like it's not like it smells pretty damp. It's a very old basement. Smells damp. You hear the sound of people rehearsing instruments, like the muffled sound. Like if you look like dead ahead, you can kind of get the idea as you step out into the hallway. You can see that it looks like practice rooms. So there's like a guy playing a tuba in a little tiny booth with like a glass door next to him. There's a guy who's or a lady playing like a clarinet or something like that.
Alrighty.
Are there
We're gonna look-
stairs?
There are stairs to the basement. They are off. There's a set on each side. So you guys are currently in the middle of the building. You saw the stairs when you were walking around, so you would know that they're probably off to your right or left.
Is there a sign that that says that the stairs are alarmed or not?
No.
All right.
None of there's no like the plaque doesn't say stairs, but if you look closely, you're correct. Sorry, yeah. If you look closer, next to the plaque, you'll see a like a fire exit, a sign that has like a picture of the fire thing. It's got like a little diagram. If you take a look, you can see that it shows that from where you're at, that you go left and to the left, and then go to the left, make a left, and at the end of the hallway there should be staircase, and then I don't know if it would mark that there's an identical set if you go the other direction. They'd probably pick a lane and just send you that way, right? Maybe most of the other places it's quicker to go to the other one, so they try to split the traffic.
Well, before we go to Jones, I want to check the staircase that's closest to Jones on the theory that I don't want to wait for an elevator if we need to evacuate quickly.
All right, yeah. Walk down to does everybody else follow, or?
Sure.
I probably wouldn't. I'll probably just hang around.
All right, you hang around. All right, so Agent Lime and Agent Lime and Siegel, they head down the hallway to the right. Walk down. It's large basement. It's like 50 feet. There's several doors on both sides. They all have like a lot of them have glass windows and like little shades that are pulled down. You see, one that the shade's not pulled down and it just has like a conference room table in there. You keep going, get to the end of the hall, make a right. And you're standing at the corner. You look down, you see like the sign that says like exit and points to the stairs. Doors on the right, doors on the right and left.
All right, I'm basically just going to go to the stairs, make sure they're not alarmed, and that the door opens easily so we can get out. Always check your exits before you get in a dangerous situation.
See like the old-fashioned push doors, like the one that has like the little bar you push, and it's open. It says, just like a normal door. It's pretty old. It's cut. Looks like it's cut into. The building's older than the door, so at some point they had to replace the door and cut a hole bigger for the modern door. But yeah, it looks good. Looks clear up. You see like a stairwell going up.
Okay, that's all I wanted. Never get in a dangerous situation without making sure you know your exit strategy.
Head back.
That's how you stay alive.
All right, yeah, you saw on the plaque that the place that you're heading is probably there was several studios listed, but it was like listed as Studio Main was straight ahead, but they're all straight ahead, so.
Yeah, one other thing that I'm checking just because I can, we've got a plaque with a list of studios.
Yes.
Do the number of studios we see match the number on the plaque?
You can't really tell. You'd have to look around a bit. It's very large. It's a very large basement. I mean, it's the size of the whole building, as far as you can tell. If you go ahead, there's a long hallway with tons of like doors on the one side. There's a bunch of doors, like I said, like basically every 7 feet or so. It was just little cubicles, like little practice rooms, right?
Right.
And then maybe 20 feet if you go down that way, you'll see that there are hallways that split off, like from that main hallway. But
Okay, so this is a maze basically.
yeah, it's quite a maze. Like you can.
Okay, I'm glad I know where the stairs are because if I need to get out, I could have easily gotten lost.
Do you head down the hall towards the studios?
Well, we're supposed to meet Jones where? Where's his office?
It appears to be down. The sign said it was down the hall on the right.
Okay.
Didn't specify how far. Just
All right, let's look for Jones.
all right. Yes. So everybody follows.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. You guys
Yep.
walk down the hall. Sorry. What was that?
I say yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah. You guys walk down the hall, and you see to your right or to your left, you see lots of those little booths, people playing their instruments. Most of them have, curtains closed, but you can hear the instruments. A couple of them are open. About there's probably 10 of those little booths, and then a hallway goes off, and then looks like there's 10 more booths. Most of these, as you get further down the hall, they start getting empty, like more and more empty, like the people took the first rooms. And then you go down there, you pass a couple of doors on your right, and you finally get to a glass door that is open, or not open, sorry, the blind is open, so you can see inside the door. There's a little placard next to it that says like main, studio main, and there's a little red light above the door that is on, that anybody from America would know is like it says like on it, it says like recording or something like that thing. So basically be quiet.
Is there anybody who's obviously like who could be realistically seen the professor, somebody at the right age, behavior, stuff like that?
Currently don't really see anybody. Inside the window, if you look in the window, you see kind of like a hallway that goes off to the right, and you see like a green room, basically like couches and a coffee table, where it looks like people, hang out and wait, like between, like a green room. I don't know. I don't know what that other term for it. Like a waiting room,
Okay.
like chair. Yeah, waiting room. Like
Well,
Like
I've
some-
still got my gloves on. I'm going to test the knob, see if it's locked.
all right. Yeah, it opens up. Opens inward.
I motion with my finger to my lips for people to be quiet, and I step inside.
All right. Yeah. As soon as you open the door, you hear like beautiful piano. And if any of you have like knowledge of music, you would recognize that it's Beethoven's. Forget what it is. The one about melody of sadness or something like that. Like that slow, like dun 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 dun, with like real echoey, haunting vibes. Step in, you see down the hallway. As you look down the hallway, you can see that there's a wall that is like glass wall, so you can see in it, kind of like let's say there's like 7 feet of hallway, and then it opens up into like a little small room where you can see like a little, there's like a nook to the left where there's like a booth that looks like it's the sound booth basically, and you see a little door like next to that presumably goes out to the recording area, and as you look through, you can see like somebody behind, like working the console and all that jazz, like doing the mixing of a recording. There's a couple of like younger people sitting in there, look like probably students. Some of them are kind of like taking notes, maybe looking over his shoulder. And then right in front of him, you see that there's another window that he's looking through, and there is like a young lady, sitting on the seat of a grand piano, playing the music that you were hearing.
Okay, once we're all inside, I make sure the outer door is quietly shut. Then we proceed on, and at the moment, I'm not going to interrupt them. Is anyone else going to interrupt the plane or what's going on here?
I'm just
Uh,
taking a seat.
Before that, can I ask Agent Siegel, Agent Dom, are we supposed to meet Professor Jones in this room?
He doesn't know we're coming. We don't know what he looks like. We just have the business card that we found with Drexler's things. So this is like an open lead.
I'm sorry, but I thought you said that you did meet up with him yesterday, or
We
did I
found
misheard
the.
it?
We met with Dr. Knox. She was
Okay,
in the hallway. The woman that we met before in the office. We met her yesterday. We only have the business card of Dr. Jones, of Professor Jones.
got it.
What
Okay.
up, Rumble?
problem.
Sorry, this gotta kind of focus on the.
No, I wouldn't
I'm pretty
be
new and not good at
sitting down inside this room. I will be. I will look the two agents and says, I think I'm just going to wait outside if that's okay with the two of you.
Sure.
All right,
Okay.
yeah. Agent to be steps out into the hallway. Do you close the door quietly, or
No,
it's
I
got
don't even bother. I don't even bother touching the door.
all right? It's got like a little hydraulic thing on it, so it closes pretty quietly on its own. Catches and closes slowly. You step out into the hallway. To your like left, you saw what was back there. To the right, it just looks like more of the same. You see more of the little booths where people practice their instruments, and the occasional door on the right, the occasional hallway shooting off like like let's say like every 15 feet there's like 7 like booths, and then a hallway on the left, and then one door on the right, and a hallway to the right. You're just standing out there. You gonna do something, or you just want to stand there and wait?
For the moment, I'll stand and wait.
And the other two, you guys just sit down and wait at the little waiting area?
No. Agent Lime is going to position herself where she can see some of the people without going in their individual rooms. And she's going to people watch for a bit, see if she can figure out anything about them, if anything seems odd or unusual to her, because she doesn't like sitting and wasting time.
All right. So yeah, you sit people watch for a few. It takes about 4 or 5 minutes. It's a pretty long song. So like 4 or 5 minutes later, you hear the music come to an end, and the older gentleman that's sitting behind the thing, he's like on a little microphone, and it looks like he's talking to the. You can hear it quite muffled. I guess it'd be pretty muffled, but you can hear coming through like a surround sound system in the room with the piano, the recording room. He's talking. He's like, "That's fantastic, fantastic. Give me a moment here, and then we'll take it again, please." But fantastic. I've never heard. That's some of the best pedal work I've ever heard. And then the door opens, and you see one of the students walks out, heads towards the door.
Okay, it's not the one who was playing the piano, is it?
No, this is one of the ones that was taking notes. It's like a younger lady. She's, got her notepad and like a textbook in her arms, tucked up against her chest. Looks a little like awkwardly at you and turns and heads down the hallway towards the green room and the exit.
Just a minute, ma'am. Are you one of Professor Jones's students?
Yes, I am. Sarah, nice to meet you. And you are?
Lindsay.
Nice to meet you, Lindsay.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. And she turns to. Yes. Sorry. I'm in a bit of a hurry.
I'm sorry, I don't want to keep you from your next class. This is Professor Jones in there, and she'll point to the older man.
Oh yeah, that's Jones right there. He's fantastic.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Thank
He
you.
turns and heads out. Try to grab a bite to eat before class starts. Thank
Mhm.
you. She looks at Siegel on her way out, kind of gives him the nod, closes the door and leaves. When she's out in the hallway, she heads towards the elevator. She's moving with a purpose. She knows where she's going. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if
Alright,
you don't
do
if
we
you
go
don't
in, or
act in the next 5 seconds, then the piano's going to start again, and you're going to have to listen to another
I'm
take.
gonna open the door. Gonna open the door.
Excuse me, hello. And the guy looks around at you. He's like an older gentleman. Kind of looks like he was a hippie a long time ago. Kind of, that kind of professor. He's got like his socks are colored socks, but he has like a checkered shirt. With a tie. Like he's trying to keep it casual and business. But he looks at you as like, "Can I help you?"
Yes, Professor Jones, do you have a minute for us? We're with the government.
Government crap. Okay, yeah, sure. What's the problem? Is there a problem?
Could you step outside for a second?
Sure, yeah. Give me 1 second. He takes off his headphones and they, pulls out his desk and walks out to the hallway. He's like, "Hello," and he sticks his hand out to shake
We shake
shake
hands.
Agent Lime's hand because she's kind of standing right outside the door when he goes out. Like, "Oh, hello, hello. Can I help? What's the
She'll
problem?"
shake his hand. He may notice that she's still wearing the gloves, but
All right, yeah, he's gonna see the gloves and be like, "Oof, no, thank you."
Yeah.
Give
I
you like,
just, I just quick flash my FBI badge, introduce myself as Agent Shaw.
holy
And
smokes, FBI.
yes,
Okay,
we're just helping out. We're following up on a lead. Just to keep it between us for now, but Professor Drexler has had a fungal infection, and we're here to check his usual working place and his surroundings, as well as his acquaintances, for any kind of fungal infections, mold, any kind of. This is my colleague here. She is a specialist with the EPA, and
My
we're just going to
gosh.
do a quick check on if there's any vectors of infection around here.
Infection. This is wild. Hold on a second. He heads back into the room, gets on the little microphone. He's like, "Come out here, please." And the person who's playing the piano comes out. Like, "Sorry, I need that's gonna be all for today. We'll pick it up next week." And yeah.
Is
and
it a man
she's
or
gonna
a boy? A man or a woman?
That's a woman. Looks like she's
Okay.
like 22, maybe 23.
I just mentioned like I really liked your crescendo or whatever, Miss.
Mrs. Johnson. Nice. Thank you. I've been playing since I was 7.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Jones. Thanks again. And she heads out. And the other student that was sitting there, Mr. Jones, he it's like a gentleman. He sit there. Well, not a gentleman. It's like a 22, 21 college student probably. He's got his notepad out, book with a notepad on it, and he kind of hesitates to leave. And Mr. Jones looks at him. He's like, "You too, Scott. I got to talk to these people for a minute here." And yeah, he stands up, gets his stuff, grabs his like little backpack, and heads out as well. They all go, and you don't stop them. They just walk out the door you came in and head towards the elevator. Dewey would see Dewey, you see yeah, you see that lady, the first lady leaves, and then like 35 seconds, like a minute or so later, you see the other 2 leave, and the lady who was playing the piano walks out. Like a couple seconds later, the gentleman follows, and he kind of like yells to her and kind of catches up with her, and they look like they're like whispering, like, "What the hell was that? That was weird, huh? Who are those people?" And then push the button, wait for the elevator, and leave.
Yeah.
What do
We
you
have
do,
no reasonable
Dewey?
suspicion, right, of these students at this point.
Yep. Devi, you see
there's
that? You still just hang out outside, or you go in?
Sorry. I just got back. What happened?
You saw the students leave, and they were talking about how weird it was that the professor had to stop the session and talk to those people. So you kind of get the idea that you guys are your other teammates are talking to Jones right now. You stand out there, or do you want to head in?
Uh, uh, is it possible for me to talk with the students?
Sure. Yeah. Like before or after you heard them talking about, like as soon as they came out of the door, or after they were like getting up towards the elevator.
I mean, I guess. Wait, I thought the elevator is kind of far away from where we are, right?
Yeah, it's like 30 feet. The female was like halfway there when the gentleman came out, and he, said her
Got
name
it.
and
Okay.
ran up
Yep.
to catch up to her. So they're 10 feet from the elevator right now.
Okay, got it. In that case, yeah, I'll definitely immediately chat up with them. Uh, but, h- what exactly is this room? Is
What's that?
what's this room about?
Which one? The studio that you were from, or one of the rooms that are just there next to you, the elevator?
No, I point to where they came from, like, and then just curiously ask them, like, what room did they just came out?
Oh yeah, that's the main. They push the button, waiting for the elevator, and the female looks at you, or Scott looks at you, because I remember his name. Scott looks at you. He's like, "Hi, I'm Scott. That's the main studio. That they've been recording. They've been recording in there basically since recording was a thing. Long history. It's Mr. Jones. Several different professors used the room. One of which is Mr. Jones. It's pretty sweet. They refurbished it within the last, I don't know what, he looks at her like, what, 5 years, something like that. Put in new speakers and all that stuff. Redid the wiring and the consoles and everything. But yeah, they record music. A lot of it's mostly students and whatnot, and the it's kind of a win-win. Like me personally, I want to be a recording. I'm trying to learn, is it Pro Tools and all that good stuff, so that I can, master recordings and stuff. That's kind of Jones's thing. He worked with some famous bands back in the like 60s and 70s. It was pretty famous, and he kind of gave it up to come work here. Story, at least.
And this Professor Jones, he always hang out in this place.
He has an office somewhere. I'm not sure where that is. I always meet him for recording time, recording sessions. So I don't know exactly where his office is. And you can ask the school. Who are you, by the way? Are you trying to be a student here or something?
No, I'm just a journalist, making a piece about music.
Oh,
Uh,
nice,
but
nice.
but yeah, anything that you can share with us, with me, about Professor Jones? Like, I just want to get a gauge of who he is as a person, as a
Right.
professor.
Yeah, you hear, the ding, the elevator opens, and the two people get on the elevator. He kind of looks back at you, puts his, holds the elevator a little bit. He's like, I don't know, I've been studying under Professor Jones for 2 years now, and seems nice enough. I don't know. He definitely knows a lot about the art scene around here and music. About the music scene in Pittsburgh, especially like the history of it and things like that. As far as I can tell, he's a solid guy. Not, some of the professors are a little pervy, if you know what I mean. He doesn't seem to hit on the young girls and whatnot. And he looks at the lady next to him, and she's like, she looks like she agrees. Okay, seems nice enough. And takes his foot out of or his hand out of the elevator, and it closes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And hear it go up, starts going up. You can hear
Yeah,
it go up
sure.
2
Yep.
floors and stops at the lobby, probably from your guess.
Okay, sure. Okay.
You want to head in with them? I guess we'll cut back to that'll take us timeline
Yeah, sure.
matches up. If you want to head back in.
You can cut back to them, sure.
Okay, yeah. So you head back to the door. Your plan is to go in, right?
Me? Probably no.
Okay. Well, yeah, you head back to the door then. Yeah, we cut back to the office, and Jones uh, escorts Scott out, and leads you two into the recording office. And he closes the door behind you and goes back and sits, like, gestures towards the chairs. There's kind of a few chairs scattered around the room. He goes back and sits into his chair, and he picks the headphones up and puts one to his ear to listen, and hears the mics are still running, and mutes the mics in the piano room, and looks at you. Says, "Yeah, sure. What's up?"
Alright. I'm just gonna go into the whole. So we came across Dr. Drexler in his private residence, and he ended up having a pretty big fungal infection. My colleague here today to check on people. My colleague here is with the EPA. If you don't mind, she's gonna take a few samples from across the recording studio to see if there's any infection vectors around here. There's really nothing to be like worried about. It's just a pro forma. Us, crossing the T's, dotting the I's. I'm trying to like involve him in a conversation about like his experience with Dr. Drexler, his friendship or his professional acquaintance with Dr. Drexler, to give Agent Lime an opportunity to start taking samples.
Yeah, sure. Take your samples. I mean, we've definitely had problems. This is a damp basement. We've had problems with mold in the past, but I believe that's been solved. They just remodeled not long ago and put in fresh walls, and they're supposed to be plastic and fancy paint to keep the moisture out and stuff. But yeah, you're more than welcome to it. Drexler, I know him by name, but I've never met the man. What
You've
about
never
him?
met the man.
Never
Okay,
met the man.
interesting. Have you had any like electronic conversation or any kind of data exchange?
Not that I know of. It's possible. It's possible in the past. I've been working here for 20 years. I believe he's been here longer than I have. So it's possible, maybe on some kind of like, back in the 90s on a college forum or something, or a faculty forum. I don't know, something like that. But as far as I'm aware, no, not off the top of my head.
So you're not
He's
collaborating.
an
Amazing.
artist, I believe. I think he's a painting history guy. I'm more of a, well, it's art, but it's a totally different. We don't really, not a lot of overlap between us artists and musicians.
If you don't mind my asking, have you noticed any of the following symptoms, either in yourself or in any of the students or other people in this building? And she'll list off, some common things like cough, sneeze, but she'll also mention things like twitching and changes in behavior and that sort of thing to see if he has noticed anything in anyone around the area.
I mean, kind of sounds like me in the 70s, but no, not really around here. I mean, I think I had, a cold ran through the students like a month back. It's winter, so around November, a lot of people got, the sniffles, but pretty sure that cleared up. I never caught it.
You're generally very healthy?
Oh yeah, great immune system. I've been a vegan for the last 30 years.
Excellent. It's very good for you. I could never give up cheese.
Oh God, don't even talk about cheese around me, please. Out there.
I don't mean to tempt you, sir. So after she's hit that, she's going to say, so just to make conversation, she goes, so what's going on in the art scene, the music scene here? Is there, I noticed you were doing some classical pieces. Is there anything more modern, any musicals perhaps, plays, that sort of thing?
I mean, there's the typical scene. Yeah, the college has a like an arts department. It's more, I think, focused on writing plays than performing them. I'd have to look it up. I actually don't know if they have like a performing arts. We'll say, yeah, they probably have a performing arts somewhere. But yeah, as far as like modern music, I mean, to be honest, I don't really listen to much of it. For the last 10 years, it's been mostly like hip hop and rap and stuff. And I'm more of a rock and roll kind of guy, if you know what I mean. But I don't really know much about that scene. But there's probably a college band or two around the college. There always is.
Okay, and it's the recordings. She's just being very casual about this because she's just making conversation. Does the recording studio do any spoken word recordings, recorded books, plays, that sort of thing?
Yeah, I mean, from time to time we record books. A few years back, I did this project with a professor of the literature department. They recorded a bunch of Edgar Allan Poe short stories, so it was pretty sweet. I got to listen to them all.
Right.
Was it just
Typical stuff.
Edgar Allan Poe, or
Yeah, I think that was particularly the works of Edgar Allan Poe.
anything like that happening? Maybe done by students on the side?
Oh yeah, definitely. There's students can. There's several places where the students can perform art. As far as like specific addresses, I wouldn't be able to tell you that. I'm not really into plays either. I'm more of a rock and roll kind of a guy, Grateful Dead kind of thing. You know what I mean? You're an
Gotcha.
old guy. You know what? You look like you know what I'm saying. Woodstock.
Yeah, definitely know those. Good times, good times. Um, is there? Do the students have free reign to record in here without your oversight or any adults' oversights?
Oh, definitely not. No, this is
Okay.
you're looking at $1 million worth of mixing equipment. That piano in there is 127 years old. No, we have no, we have a there's a list. I have a list around here. If you find that there is something, I would have to I'd need probably a warrant or something. But we do have a list of all the people that come through here. It's mostly me and 3 other professors. There are occasional arrangements made for other people that know what they're doing. We've had yeah, there's like what would I call them? Almost like a guest professor kind of a thing, like somebody who had a specific thing to do, so they made it, booked a couple sessions. But for the most part, it's just me and the other 3 professors kind of rotate in.
Which 3 are those?
I mean, all right, well, somebody write this down. I mean, Professor Samuels. Professor Samuels, he's a jazz guy. He mostly teaches music, but he records a lot of jazz music in here. Professor Schultz, he's the classic guy. He's more into, his focus is more on teaching people how to like mic instruments and record, like this, figuring out the best way to record this 127-year-old piano, like get that perfect tone. And then there is, what's Schmidt's name? I forget the other guy's name. No, his first name. Thomas? Yeah, Professor Thomas. Sounds about right. I'm not positive on that. But why do you need to know this?
Is it Thomas Henry or?
No, I don't think so.
What's his specialty? Professor Thomas's specialty?
No, he doesn't come here very often. Let's see here, what is I'm not quite sure actually. Something recording related. So he's either music department of some way. I would guess. I don't know.
Yeah, we just
I could ask
to make
if you
sure
want.
if anybody falls ill, just to be able to identify if there's any nexus for
Definitely.
possible fungal infection, if there is any. It's just in case. We're taking notes.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, we have a great medical policy around here. Medical coverage, phenomenal.
So
yeah, I don't know. You can do your tests. If you look around, it looks like brand new. Not the recording studio, but the booth is a large booth where you could fit probably a reasonable sized band. So it's a large room, acoustic foam everywhere, that kind of a thing. but it looks brand new. His office, the walls are like a stone type of, like the two of the walls, right?
Yeah.
One, the front wall and the back wall are, modern with the plexiglass and whatnot, but like the far side walls are like an old stone, probably from the original building. So that,
Okay. Interestingly enough, because we had the brick and the upper floor being marked, she's going to go over the stone very closely and see if there is any kind of a spiral mark or anything like that. While she's doing that, she's got a bulb out that she's using to take air samples in case there's anything that's aerosolized spores that are coming in through the brick. I mean, through the stone, because stone, it can be porous enough to breathe, and there might be something entering that way.
oh yeah.
So,
It's very like old. It looks like the foundation, like it looks more like boulders, like boulders that are put together with like a very old, and you see that it's very like old powdery masonry that you could like gouge it out by hand because it's like damp. Looks like an old base, like exactly what a basement would look like. Large stones, definitely funky and wet and damp and very musty. There's probably like some incense burning. It smells like sandalwood when you open the door because they burnt several incense in the studio booth there.
yeah, I
Okay,
noticed
well-
you've been burning incense. That's to cover the smell from this wall?
Oh, I wish. Yeah, we can't do that now, but yeah, I burn a lot of incense here. It's been 4 years since the smoke detectors and all that highfalutin stuff
Right.
came to town. But yeah, it used to be the glory days around here.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask him a couple of questions about. I'm gonna zoom in on some of our leads, of the pictures of our leads I have on my phone, and ask him a few pointed questions if he knows people. Like I'm gonna zoom in on the old picture of a pit classroom in the 1980s with a guy in front of a chalkboard that has the chalkboard scratched out. And I'm gonna zoom in just on the face of the big bearded guy and ask Professor Jones if he ever saw this professor around.
Oh, no, it doesn't look familiar.
All right, just curious
Is
because I
he-
saw him.
Does he have fungus infection too?
Oh, we think he might be related to Professor Draxler, so we're just following up on all things. By the way, your student was very gifted. Was it Miss Johnson?
Sure. I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Do you
Kinda
know if she
forget.
performs like on the regular somewhere else or?
No, not that I know of. She's just classical, usually plays with the orchestra, but I talked her into coming in and recording some like solo stuff.
I was hoping to maybe like get my wife a ticket to her show if she has any shows.
Oh, check the website for school. There should be listings of, the student performances. At least we do have like student performances. They have like a big fundraiser dinner, like Madrigal Choir or something like that. It's a French thing. I know she takes part in that. They put on a big show and they fill they put it in a room where they can have a bunch of seats and bring in old dinner tables. Waiters and waitresses dressed like it's, like the, olden days, like 1300s or something like that. I'd say 13 to 1500s, like maybe Shakespeare time. I don't know. I think it might have something to do with Shakespeare. I think you might have just missed it. I think that might have been in November. They do things like that. They have performances for the choir and all that stuff.
And you said it was the Madrigal Society?
I think so. It's just the Madrigal Choir.
Okay, that sounds very promising. I hopefully can get a ticket for my wife and me next year if we come around again in November. I'm gonna switch it up again and show him a picture of a part of the masked ball ticket for the Frick Fine Arts building if he's been there. Like I'm gonna just show him like a friend of mine went to this masked ball at the Frick Fine Arts building. Have you ever heard of it?
In the Frick Fine Arts building? Yeah, definitely. Not
Just
into
a masked
plays.
ball.
Oh no, that's not really my thing. I like I said, rock and roll.
All right. Can I roll Humint on his answers so far? If there's any indication of lying?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Both of us?
Maybe
Sure. Yeah, if you're standing there watching him, I would assume you.
would be
I mean,
great.
well, let's say -20 for Agent Line, because you're busy doing you're pretending to test things and whatnot. Failure. Target 10. Oh, 2 failures. Okay. Yeah, he looks.
Wait, did Lime roll?
Oh no, that's an art roll. Never mind. Was that just now? No, that was an hour ago. So go ahead, Agent Lime. Sorry, I thought you went.
Yeah, sorry. I sometimes Foundry kicks me out and I have to go back in.
No worries.
But I'm back in now, and
-20.
Humant. I'm just going to roll regularly, and you'll know that it's a failure if it's under 30. I mean, it's over 30. 54 is a failure. Okay.
We
He
tried.
looks.
Mark the failure.
Yeah, mark your failures, and he looks like he's telling the truth pretty much. I mean, he's a little, with your high human to begin with, you can tell that he looks a little confused as to what you guys are, what this is about. He's, his eyes, you can tell that he's like confused, probably trying to figure out how what this has to do with fungus. And he's a little worried also, like sweating a little bit, and actually he will speak up, and he's like, what, looks at Agent Lime, like, what are the odds here? Are you telling me that I might be infected with terrible fungus that the FBI, so bad that or not FBI, sorry. Yeah, you showed him your FBI badge.
Yeah.
But, am I safe, ma'am?
So what has she picked up with? Should I make an environmental science roll, or
Sure.
because she has been doing the tests? Okay.
Success.
18. Yeah,
Nice,
she knows what
nice.
she's doing.
All right. Yeah, I mean, you just see that it's damp, very damp. You would imagine that there probably is fungus down here, and that whoever told him that they solved that problem is full of shit. But you don't see anything out of the ordinary. You see, the kind of funguses you would find.
There's good news and there's bad news. The good news is that the studio space doesn't seem to have any of the more harmful funguses. The bad news is whoever told you that that this place was safe from any kind of fungal infections, it is way too damp to be safe on a long-term basis. There are probably other areas down here that might have already started to develop harmful fungus, but the studio at least seems to be safe at the moment.
Oh, thank you. That's wild. I mean, that doesn't surprise me in the least. I'm not a big, proponent of the man, if you know what I mean. Like, they're always lying, trying to keep you down.
I would just try to persuade him to be along the lines of, I wouldn't worry too much. We come across low threshold fungal situations all the time. We're looking for a very specific high lethality fungal infection, and as my colleague just said, that is nowhere to be found here. So as to what happened to Professor Drexler, you are completely in the clear.
All right. Well, thank you. I mean, I hate to put you out, but I did answer a lot of your questions. What if you had to say on a scale of 1 to 100, what is the air quality in this room? I spent a lot of time in here.
I look to Lime.
Okay. Considering that out on the street during traffic is generally about a 65 to a 70, down here you're looking about an 83 to 85. So it's better for your health than breathing vehicle fumes.
Okay, I can live with that. That's not terrible. Okay.
Sequel
So,
is
like,
positively surprised.
Yeah, pleasantly surprised. Probably better now. I mean, you in the 70s, this place was just wall to wall cigarette smoke. So I'm sure that the damage is done already, though. But yeah, I mean, any
Yep.
further questions? I would kind of want to get out of here. It's creeping me out.
Yeah, no, we realize and we appreciate your patience. Just a final thing, we also have to check basement 1, like level 1, but we can't get into it with the elevator. Is there a way you could let us into basement 1?
Oh, I mean, you're gonna need security or maintenance to get into basement 1. That's where all the you know, air circulation system, boilers for the
Gotcha.
heat, that kind of thing.
Right.
All right.
I've never been myself. It's really not a public floor.
Good to know. Thank you for your time, and we will keep you in the loop should anything bad happen. But I'll say it now: 99% of chance that you're totally in the clear.
Awesome. He'll look at Agent Lime like, what about those little plastic things that have the stuff in it? You know what I'm talking about? You put them in your closets, keep your closets dry. Would that help? You know what I mean? The little plastic things got the lid. You take the
Desiccant.
Dehumidifiers?
desiccant dehumidifier. There you go.
It would not hurt to run a dehumidifier down here. It'd be better for the quality of your instruments, like that piano. I mean, that is a treasure. And with the moisture down here, I would hate to think of anything happening to that piano.
Yeah, good call. I will definitely see what I can do here.
Hmm.
Thank you. All right. Yeah, he's gonna head out if don't stop him.
Yeah.
He's gonna like lead you guys out because he's got to lock up behind himself. But
Now, one other question. The stone in particular, she was searching for any kind of spirals, any kind of markings. Did
No.
she find anything?
no, nothing.
Okay.
It's like very dirty. It looks like there was probably like a wall over it at some point. Like it definitely would have been finished back in the day. And it's just
Okay.
you know, it's like the art department. You know how like some people like will leave an exposed brick wall. Like
Yeah.
it's that kind of a thing. At some point somebody made the decision to, you know, it adds to the ambiance of the room. Like it's cool.
Yeah.
Historic vibe, right? Like it's older than bricks, to be honest. Which is might be strange. I don't know.
All right. Shall we? Are we gonna link up with Agent Devi?
Yeah, he's gonna usher you guys out. And then as soon as you guys are out of the main door, you know, he flips the lights off and closes the door and locks it. He's gonna just head to the elevator. Linger a second.
Yeah, sweet girl.
Yeah, he heads out. You see Lime and Siegel walk out, Dewey? Dewey? You there?
Yeah.
Okay, yep.
Okay, there's one other thing I want to check in the basement before we go on. I got a message from our handler saying to watch out for extra doors appearing. So I just want to do a survey of all the basement doors and compare them to the map and make sure that everything matches up. Should take me, 15 minutes, 20 at most. But
Are you talking to us or to the handler?
yeah, to both of you.
Okay.
Because
So
I
you
can't
mentioned the
exactly
doors.
do this. Yeah, I
Okay.
mentioned this now.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, can we assist with the search for doors?
Actually, what we should do is each take an independent count and make sure they match.
Fair.
All right, sure. Yeah, everybody, let me get a luck roll. At the top of your sheet, it's just a 50-50.
Success.
Do you want to roll it, Agent Devi? You haven't been doing. Oh, did someone else already roll? Cool.
Everybody should luck. Everybody.
Yeah, for everybody, yeah.
Okay.
Where is it? I
At the
can't
very
see it.
top, where left of close, it says roll luck.
Oh, top right. Okay, got it.
You want each of us to make a luck roll?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Sure.
Nice. Massive success. Crit success on Lime.
Thought one.
All right, yeah, you guys take about 20 minutes or so walking around the hallways, counting doors, and we'll say that yeah, Lime, you count 39 doors. Eagle, you come back 39 doors. And Dewey comes back with 40 doors.
Okay, so there we saw a door that's that we didn't see. Is there any door that looked funny, Dewi?
Maybe I miscounted. I've been outside here for a while. Let me count it again.
Should we do it again, or is there any way for his forensics to figure out like which door is in an unusual location?
I don't have forensic.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, Dewey heads off to count the doors again. You two are standing there basically by the
Let's
elevator.
count them again ourselves, just for comparison's sake. Actually, yeah. Let's
We
count
should
them again.
mark them. We should draw it out and mark it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, if you want to make a map or something, sure. Yeah, I mean, you
Let's
guys
just
count
say
the
we all
door.
have a piece of paper and mark shit.
Yeah. Dewey comes back while you guys are in the middle of making your maps, and he counted 39 doors. Looks like he might have miscounted.
All right.
Want to break the news to him,
Well-
Dewey? You come walking up there, walking around with a pen and paper.
Yeah. I'll say that. Yeah, I miscounted.
All right. Was there any door that wasn't there this time that you can remember, maybe? Like between
No,
40 count and 39 count, anything that like unusual that you could recall?
I don't think so.
All right. Next time, let's all make like little maps when we check for doors, because this way we can at least like be sure where every door is supposed to be. All right.
You're a
Let's
pretty
go up
smart
to-
guy. Agent Siegel's like extremely smart. Am I right?
Well, yeah. I mean, let's see, like 16.
Yeah, that's like extremely smart. That's like 150 IQ, probably smart. You would probably realize that you could definitely get floor plans or something like that. Might be worth looking into.
Okay, gonna make a
You
note.
could- You can get an official map of the building, right? Maybe call the I don't know who you'd call, like the records department of the city. There's probably a bunch of different ways to go about getting.
Alrighty. Shall we go up
No.
to security? What? Yeah, go ahead, please.
Let's go up the stairs because I want to see. There should be an entrance to the stairs, even just for emergencies, from the basement floor. See if there's any windows to B1 so we can at least get a look in there.
Sure. But be careful with the doors. They're most likely alarmed on the B1 level.
We'll check. So we go to the staircase and walk up one flight. Is the door to B1 alarmed?
It's locked and potentially alarmed. I don't know, but it's definitely locked. It's like a big steel door.
Okay.
Dewi has forensics, right?
Nope.
I think you said
Nope.
no, yeah.
Sorry.
No,
like,
but,
what's Dewi good at? I'm trying to get him into the game somehow.
Okay, so no, it's just yeah. Okay. How about this? If you're okay with it, GM, is it okay if I drop off from the call?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
are you okay with it?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to
We're
like
not
head
trying
home.
to get rid of you, but
You can, not try. Like, we're just trying to find a way to like not make it boring for you.
Yeah, I mean, if you're
No,
enjoying
no,
it,
it's just I'm not really vibing it with everyone, so it's fine, really.
All right.
It's not
So,
anyone's fault, really. Yeah.
okay,
okay,
well,
sorry about that.
Mhm. Yeah,
Sorry.
no worries. Okay. Bye.
all right. Yeah, Dewey heads out, heads back to the office. See you guys later. Can't think, distracted. Walks.
It helps to have some idea of what a character is good at.
Yeah.
We don't have to know their whole life story, but
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
he's
I
like
think
a
it was just
detective.
a bit boring for him probably because yeah, but it's also on him a bit to integrate, right? So
I don't know. I mean, I think he was just trying to play. Maybe he might have been just sit back and listen, like hanging out in the hallway and stuff. I don't know what I'm not sure what his angle was. He's like fresh to America, so might have been just overwhelmed with it. I don't know. Like the character that is like, but no, he's like was an Interpol type investigator into art theft. I think.
okay.
I believe art theft. Yeah. But yeah, he heads off, and you guys are standing there outside the door. Looks like he might have got sketched out that you were. Looks like potentially going to break into a door.
I don't have any ability to pick locks. Do you?
I'm actually pretty good at it, but lock picking is not the problem. The alarmedness is a problem because these doors have a contact plate, and if the door is opened and the contacts leave each other, it's gonna trigger an alarm somewhere. I mean, we got papers, we got badges. Let's just get like maintenance down here and have a quick walkthrough and a quick EPA test.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna go upstairs to ground floor and gonna contact, well, I guess to the security office first.
All right, 1 sec. All right, yeah, you takes a minute, but you know you go up to the top floor over by the elevators where you saw the plaque, and it had a little arrow that was pointing in the direction of the security office. You were able to go to the security office. Did you guys knock on the door? Or?
Sure.
Right. Yeah, a gentleman answers the door. He's in his 30s, wearing black pants and a white shirt. Typical security guard outfit. You know, he's got the little fake badge sewn into the shirt and all that. Says, yeah, can I help you?
No, sir. We're with the government. I'm gonna flash my FBI badge. We just need a quick walkthrough through basement 1, take a few samples. With reports of a fungal infection, just making sure that there's like nothing to be worried about.
Fungal infection. Okay, hold on a second here. And he'll disappear back into the office, and 30 seconds later he comes out, jiggles the handle to make sure the door is locked. It's like, all right, follow me. You said basement 1, maintenance area?
Basement 1, whatever's in basement 1, yes.
All right. Anything in particular? And he heads towards the stairs that are right next to the office, and opens the door.
Well, we need to check the whole of basement 1, but I understand that basement 1 is where the pumps are for the airflow for the entire building.
Yes, that's from what I understand. Yes.
Yeah, that's
air,
particularly
HVAC.
important.
Yeah, it's the
HVAC systems, exactly.
HVAC and all that jazz. So yeah, he'll open the door to the stairs. It's just like one set of stairs down to the door. Basically, the door you guys were just at. You kind of walked around in circles to the So yeah, he goes down. He pulls out his keys. He opens it up, and it's like another one of the. It has a handle that opens up into the hallway, and he ushers you guys in, closes the door behind him, and you hear just like the sound of heavy machinery, and there's like a long corridor, and lots of machines like HVAC type stuff, big like iron tubes with little turbo engine things that drive it and all that stuff. If you go down further towards the middle of the room, there's like boilers for heaters, probably. Lots of like industrial type stuff. It's a huge building.
Agent Lime will reach into a pocket, pull out a pair of industrial strength earplugs and slip them in. Hearing damage is no joke. And then she will go and she'll do a quick but thorough check for any kind of fungal or other environmental issues on this level.
Right. Similar story to downstairs. Quite damp. Lots of bacteria and fungal. The typical stuff. Nothing even as bad as black mold, but
Yeah.
typical stuff. Lots of like grease around. Very dirty. Very dimly lit. The machines are like some of the machines go up to almost touching the ceiling, so it's hard to it's very dimly lit. They have the lights, but the machinery's blocking it.
Well,
Lots of
she
big
gets out a
tubes.
flashlight to illuminate the areas and check, but that's not going to do anything about the buildup dirt and grease.
Yeah, lots of
She's
dirt
not here to
and
do a
grease.
thorough cleaning.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay.
Definitely nothing seems like unnatural in nature.
Okay.
Like pretty eerie. Very old, eerie. The floors are like very old concrete, like pebbles. So you can see like the individual pebbles where the like the original surface was worn down. Quite grimy. You see lots of HVAC stuff. Down the center of the room, there's like a like threaded wire with a little bar across it, all kinds of like cables and stuff, like electrical cables and whatnot going to the different, doodads around the room. Lots of stuff. But yeah, I mean, as you're doing that, there's like another hallway off to the side that you see a gentleman approach, and he's like an older guy in his probably late 40s, early 50s. Bald on top, kind of rocking a skullet. Got like a stubbly beard and whatnot. And he walks up and he's like, hey, Daryl, what's going on here? And then Daryl kind of looks at you guys and he's like, oh, hi, this is Bob, the maintenance guy. Well, one of the maintenance guys. Yeah, Bob, these
Hey,
guys are
Bob.
looking for fungus or mold or something. And then,
we just got like reports of a low grade fungal infection. This is my colleague. She's with the APA, and we're just gonna do a quick walkthrough, just making sure there's nothing obvious, being overlooked. I mean, obviously, it's just a crossing the T's, dotting the I situation. I wouldn't worry about it.
all right. Yeah, I mean, he like circles around and he's like, look anywhere. There's fungus all over the place. So knock yourselves out.
Yeah, we're looking for a specific kind, so might take a bit.
Right. Questions?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take the opportunity, like while we're walking through, I'm gonna keep an active like drawing of the basement with the doors, just to keep the doors running. And also gonna try and involve the security guard into like conversation about like weird stuff that's been happening the last 8 weeks or so.
Right. Yeah. Daryl's, I don't know. Nothing really weird. Typical stuff. I mean, we did have a crackhead assault a student, but that was outside. No, nothing. No, like mold related. I don't know. I haven't seen anybody sick.
This
Like, what
kind
are
of
the
mold,
symptoms?
this kind of mold can trigger like abnormal behavior in students or professors, anything like that.
Oh, I don't. Not that I know of. I really only interact with the other security guards. I don't really interact with the professors. This is an old building. So really, what we do is deal with the bottom 3 floors. It's like the common areas, and then respond if something goes down. We did have a report of a thief yesterday on the 5th floor.
Oh yeah, that was us just
Oh.
looking through documents.
That was you. Okay, that's good. This is not.
Have you had any unusual requests from Professor Drexler, or any requests from Professor Drexler over the last month or so?
Doesn't ring a bell. Never heard of him.
Okay.
I would say no. I can check, but we don't really get special requests from the staff.
So who does
Right.
security for the floors 4 and up if you only do the first 3 floors?
Really isn't any.
Interesting.
Yeah, most of the building's not accessible to the public. You can go up the staircases, and there's overlooks. If you guys, I don't know if you went up, but there's like every so many floors, there's really nice, fancy landings that the public can go up there. They can check out the common area down here, but no, upstairs it's mostly students. If a teacher sees somebody, they shouldn't. It's a peaceful area. We don't really have to worry about that sort of thing around here too much. People kind of,
Right,
the
just,
people that are here tend to be people that are supposed to be here.
Are you
If
not
it's a
doing any-
peaceful area, what happened with the crackhead?
Well, outside, so
Inside's peaceful. Outside, things happen. There's a lot of
Yeah.
a lot of stuff. I don't know. We got rid of we used to have a. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you want me to get into it, but don't get me started. Pittsburgh's well known for, like, we invented lobotomies. We used to have sanitariums all over the place. There was a lot of blowback against that, and of course, typical government they went from too much, mental care to no mental care at all, and that's why we have, drug addicts and people that probably should be getting treatment, but instead they're walking around doing what you would expect them to do without medication and, people to talk to, kind of thing.
Alrighty. Could you check in with your colleagues to see if there's been any odd reports in the last 8 weeks or so? Unusual
sh-
behavior in any of the floors you guys take care of?
I mean, sure. I kind of got to get back to work. Do you guys want to just talk to Bob here and then stop by the office on your way out?
We'll let ourselves out. No worries.
Yeah, the door will lock behind you. So be
Good to
careful.
know.
Thanks a lot.
All right, later. Good luck. I mean, is there anything that I should be worried about? Any signs of this
Not
mold?
really. It's just we do these things all the time. Like if there's anything, which is like a 1% chance, then you will definitely hear about it. I wouldn't be worried.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and get out.
Yeah,
of here.
I'm not detecting anything that's unusual for a building this old.
Oh, great. Okay. Well, thanks. Awesome. I don't spend much time down here anyway. All right, have a good one. Later, Bob. I'll
You
see
too.
see you at lunchtime here. Heads out. Bob's just looking at you. Like, yeah, this is HVAC here, heat over there. Water mains all over the ceiling. Those big pipes there, those are the water mains. And then, this guy here, I don't know if you care, this is like the sewer. This is where the bathrooms are all in the center of the building. We got these big pipes run all the way. 41 floors. There's no bathrooms, or 40 floors. There's no bathrooms on the 41st, 42nd floor. You have to walk down to the 40th floor. As you can see from
Okay.
outside. The building gets smaller and smaller as it goes up, and the top floor is just one large conference room with phenomenal view.
Did you guys by chance have any news on the grapevine about unusual behavior?
Not really. I mean, there's this, I'm not one to gossip, but
Well, we're here to hear the gossip.
let's just say that somebody who's an asshole is cheating on their wife. I know it.
All right.
I don't really
So,
want to name names.
essentially standard behavior.
Yeah, standard,
Yeah.
People talking about how holy they're now, always talking about how, awesome their marriage is and stuff. And meanwhile, on the side,
Yeah.
they're getting
It's
with
bound
a
to happen with a
freaking
crowd
college
that
girl.
big.
Yeah, especially around here.
Yeah. Is
No
it
lack
like
of-
a pit
No lack
thing?
of sweeties, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
Well, at this point, I think that Agent Lime is going to wrap up in the basement. She doesn't really have anything left to do here. So, unless
Gonna show her my drawing of the doors, and see if Lime sees any doors, saw any doors that are not on the drawing.
No, they match up. As far as you can see, there's only one door in here, which is to like a little office. And then the rest of the room's pretty much wall to wall machinery.
Okay, so it's wall to wall. Gotcha.
Yeah, wall-to-wall machinery with like a booth where Bob came from.
All right.
All right, yeah. Bob points you to the door. He's like, "It'll lock behind you."
All right.
he-
I shake
All
his
right.
hand,
He heads
thank him,
back. All right, he'll.
and we head out.
Yep.
All right.
Do a
Stop it
quick
at the-
stop again by the security booth to just check in if he heard anything from the other security guards.
All right, yeah. Daryl answers the door, and he kind of opens it up, and he's like, "Come on in." And you go in, and there is, there's another gentleman sitting behind a desk, looking at a couple of like security monitors, and he looks back at you, and
Go
Daryl
shake
starts
his
talking.
hand.
All right, yeah, he'll reach
Yeah.
his hand out and shake yours. He'll look at Lime, see if she wants to shake hands.
She's still got her gloves on, but she'll shake his hand.
Yeah, he'll he'll shake, gloves and all, and he's like, "Hi, I'm Mike. Talking to Daryl here. I mean, nothing too out of the ordinary has gone on that I know of." He's like got papers in his hand. He's kind of flipping through. It's like standard stuff. A couple people that weren't like tourist types wandered onto some floors they weren't. We had a report of a thief yesterday, but I hear that was you guys.
Yeah, that was us.
Well, him, I
Um,
wasn't here yesterday. I just got brought in for the
Oh,
the
Yeah, we're just
evaluation.
checking around.
okay.
Took a while to get the specialist in. You know how busy they are.
Know how you guys are. But yeah, nothing that we can think of. I feel fine. No, not sick at all. No cough, nothing like that.
Do we have above game? Do we have any like hotline for us to call for people to call for the Purple Project? Like, do we have an office that says like FBI, terrorism, anti-terrorism force, or whatever?
I mean, if you gave them the number to, if you gave them the number to the headquarters, it would be answered. There's the public number for the aviation company, and then there is a task force number. Because there
Right,
are,
so we have a task force number.
yeah, you can. There's operators who take messages. Delta
Awesome.
Green.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give out the task force number and to ask for like Agent Siegel and at the terrorism task force or whatever. And
Terrorism?
like if they I'm just gonna say like, yeah, don't worry about it. It's just like how budgets are, they just budget us under terrorism. But all I do is like walk around and babysit these APA people when they take fungal measurements or whatever. I don't know how it works, but that's how Congress allocates the budget. So that's where we work essentially. But it has
Yeah,
nothing to do with terrorism at this point.
Him and Daryl lock eyes, and he like mimes with his mouth. Fungal terrorists. With the high human, Agent Lime would see him, be like, "I know, right?" Kind of a look on his face. Whoa, cool.
I just let them think whatever they want. I just mentioned like if anybody like behaves outside normal behavior, or if anybody like happens to fall over dead or whatever, just like give us a call. It's highly unlikely, but it's just what the government does. We have to be everywhere all the time and check all the boxes just to make sure nothing ever happens.
Right? Yeah. Daryl says, "No, I don't know, nothing too crazy, but yeah, we'll definitely get a hold of you if
Yeah, like
we see
don't lose
anything."
the number, pin it here somewhere, and if anything happens, just call us. Even if you think it might be like not bad enough for us to call us, just give us a call. Always better to have more information than less.
Right, awesome, thanks. Yeah, I wish I could help you more, but can't. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, thanks.
No worries. Appreciate you guys doing a hard job.
Yep.
And we shake hands. I guess, Lime, do you have anything else to do here?
Not at the security office.
All right. So we step outside the security office.
All right, yeah, you step outside the security office. You're in a little bit of a nook, and it opens up. There's like the staircase there, and it opens up into a large 3-story, the lobby space where there's students like studying and stuff all over the place. People sitting like on the floor against the wall. writing in notebooks. You guys doing that next?
Agent Lime is going to go to the lobby, and she is looking for a box with student newspapers free for the students to pick up. And if there are there, she's going to grab one.
All right. You check the. You go and check the little board, and you do not see anything about a library.
Not a library, the lobby.
Oh, the lobby.
This is a university. The lobbies of buildings where students go will often have boxes either inside or just outside if they're weatherproofed that it contains student newspapers. She wants to grab one.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah. If you go by the front door, there is like a little plastic newspaper thing that has the newspaper thing, and there's a little wooden stand that has like some flyers on it and whatnot.
Okay, well she'll look through the flyers first, but she's also going to grab the student newspaper and she's going to check under it to see if there are past editions, because sometimes they put the new ones on top of the old ones and don't bother to grab the old ones.
Right? Yeah, you check the bottom. They seem fresh. The bottom one matches the top ones.
Okay.
Looking at the flyers, they're a lot of it's like you know, the college trying to sell extra stuff. So like things for graduate studies, like things that they, you know, because most of the people in here are already students, so they're trying to basically upsell them with a lot of it. There's one that's for like the public that has the, you know, shows you where like the historical areas that the public's allowed, basically the staircases. But nothing really of note. A couple for, you know, like student groups or whatever. You know, some informal ones for like that are printed on like, you know, office paper for like study groups, that kind of thing.
Study groups for what subjects? Because they're not just going to put up general study groups. They're going to be like.
Looks like mostly technological stuff. Science. There's one for like astrophysics and one for like philosophy.
Take the number down for the philosophy group.
All right. Yep.
And then she's going to look. Okay, that was all we found on the board?
Yep. Yeah, it's just a little thing with a handful of flyers on it. Looks like it hasn't been stocked in a while.
Okay, and the student newspaper. She'll pass a copy to the other agent so they can both look through it. Do we find anything of interest to us? You know, I mean, literally, it could be any number of things. Performance groups, art with spirals, you know, anything that's remotely connected to anything we're working on so far.
You see nothing out of nothing too out of the ordinary. If you flip to the back and take, you know, a little bit of time to look through it, you'll see a section that's on like performances and stuff like that. And there's one listed for Gallery 707. It's basically says something along the lines of you know, like a Pitt collective, you know, several Pitt art or several University of Pitt art students, like seniors, are you know, will be putting on a gallery, whatever they call them, you know, a showing, and that is the 14th of December. But not a whole lot of details on what it is. It's more targeted at the students who kind of know what this stuff is, I guess. I don't know. They probably all got like an email about, you know, they have like the online portals, so they get a lot of the information. But nothing else of note in there really.
Okay, the performance, I'm going to turn. You're good with computers, right? Can you look into this, see if it's something we need to be concerned about?
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm good with computers. I'm capable, I guess, but I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna roll comp sci.
All right, you're probably gonna need to get somewhere where you can sit down. I mean, there's tables there. If you want to sit at one of the students' tables and pull out your laptop and do it there, you can. Pretty much right behind you.
If that's possible.
Sure. Yeah, you set your laptop up. As long as your battery's charged, you're good to go. There's Wi-Fi if you want to connect to it, but you got one of those cards. You don't need to connect to the Wi-Fi. You got Wi-Fi everywhere you go.
Got a hotspot. Alrighty, I'm just gonna roll and see whatever I can find. If I can find anything. I have a normal success.
All right. Yeah, you're able to find like a calendar of like pit events, and you see a few things that have passed, and you see the art event. It's put on by it's brought to you by Professor Drexler in the art department. It's like painting focused. They do it every year, basically. Kind of like where the seniors kind of put on their like show their final projects and like basically to show like what they've accomplished in their time here and all that.
Is it upcoming or did it happen already?
It's upcoming. I think what did I say, 15th?
All right. Got it noted down. Let's see.
The important thing is we found a connection to Drexler, which means that we're going to have some people there to check it out.
What do you mean connection?
It said it was put on by Drexler.
Yes, the
You
art.
just
because
pointed that out.
He's an art historian, so this is like inside normal behavior to have an art show.
Yeah. But he chose
Yes,
this one.
it's inside normal behavior, but there's still the possibility that somebody who he was connected to was chosen for a piece in the art show. We
Oh, I
need to
totally agree,
evaluate it.
yes. Yes, totally agree. I was just trying to understand what you meant by connection. Yes, you're right.
That's the whole connection.
Got it.
It
Place to start for sure with all, have been told to look into basically look into all the art stuff around here.
Well, here's a question. Given that Drexler was organizing it, I think we need to find out who's taking it over from him, and if they got access to Drexler's list of choices, because even if Drexler's choices don't get in, they're people that need investigating.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
you
nobody.
Spend the rest of the day going through this, or do you want to go to the house? Which one do you want to do?
You would
I
know
could do,
that
like,
nobody
30 more
knows.
minutes, so.
Nobody knows Drexler's missing at all. All right, so-
Okay.
yeah, you guys had to keep that in wraps. So.
That would have been useful information a couple hours ago, but okay.
Yeah, my bad. That's why they were saying he was like in the hospital or something.
Okay.
That's why I was like, what the hell? Everybody's
Well, I
worried
mean,
about
but in the
Drexler.
hospital is missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's just missing from the job for a couple of days, but like nobody knows that he's missing. That's what he's trying to say.
Yeah, the first they heard about it
Okay.
was like an hour ago when somebody had mentioned the Drexler was, I believe, in the hospital with fungus.
Yeah,
Did-
like a cover story kind of thing.
Yeah, so nobody knows yet.
Okay, so he's not officially missing. I had missed that. Thank you for the clarification. Okay.
They might notice it in a couple of days, He's just been gone for like since yesterday essentially, so it's only been like 24 hours.
Okay. Well, I'm happy to go wherever and do whatever.
Should we, the DM, does it make sense for us to do a quick look at the house, or?
Sure, there's the boxes of evidence there if you want to grab those. If you only have a half an hour,
Okay.
you might want to grab those and take them back to the
Yeah, I
HQ.
can do like
and then-
30 to 45 minutes. It's getting really late. Lime, you want to join me and driving to Drexler's house?
Sure, 2 vehicles means we can bring twice as many boxes.
Fair enough. I hope Devi found his way home. Like, let's see. Yeah. All right, so we're just gonna go to our cars and hop in and drive to. Let me check. Gonna drive to.
Corner of Darlington Road and Darlington Court. Like
I'm trying to get the address.
5 minutes
I'm
away.
not sure if it's. Yeah, it's like Darlington Court or Darlington Road, number 15 on the edge here.
Yeah. Where that big tree is. But yeah, if you guys go there, Agent Lime will follow Agent Siegel since he knows where he's going. You guys will pull up, like, I'm assuming kind of out front. If you want to carry boxes, I don't know. Do you want to? You tell me where you guys pull up.
I think we just like park right out front. I mean, like Mulan has been here all night, right?
Yeah, she left a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you.
I'm motioning for Lime to do a quick walkthrough, and in the meantime, I'm gonna try and lockpick the car.
Go ahead. Let me get a lockpick.
Fail.
Mark it.
Got it. So I
All right.
struggle with getting the picks in.
All right. Well, we'll say that you were working on it and got distracted, and then had walked over and popped open the door to Drexler's house because it was locked too. So you spend a few minutes and unlock it as well, and then gesture. I mean, yeah, Agent Lime, are you gonna walk in, take a look around?
Yeah,
like
she will.
sounds like Siegel's gonna go back and attempt to get in the car again. Maybe. I mean, Siegel, you're a smart guy. You might remember that the keys were in a cup right next, or in a bowl right next to the front door. There's a good chance the car keys are on.
Yeah, I feel like he forgot about that and then remembers at the just after having failed, and he's gonna sigh and gonna go inside, get the keys, and unlock the car.
Sweet. Yep, you're doing that. Agent Lime, you step into the front door. You see right ahead of you, chair knocked over, like a nice old chair. Like it's probably like 60, 70-year-old mahogany chair, like a real nice one. There's one that looks kind of similar to it next to it that's sitting up. Living room, basically, coffee table, couch. To your right, there's a table that's just loaded with books. If you look down to your, like, you have a good alertness. You almost took a step and then looked down and realized that there's a stack of boxes, like cardboard, like police evidence box type boxes. Get it, like a Staples or something. There's one that's like half open. You can see it's full of books. To your right or to your left, you see the steps going upstairs, and to your dead ahead, you see off to the right a little bit, like a kitchen, open kitchen, where that table is. There's also like a breakfast or like a bar that comes out that has 2 chairs, 2 like bar stools. And step in a little more, turn around, you'll see that there's a bathroom and an open door to a room that's covered in bookshelves. You do.
Okay, before she steps in, she reaches into her pocket, pulls out a couple of booties, and slips them on over her shoes so she doesn't track anything in. She's
Okay.
treating this, at least initially, like a crime scene. She realizes other people have been through here, but that's no excuse to make the scene worse. And she is going to give the place a once-over forensically and in terms of environmental. She does have a decent forensic score. 60.
All right, 60. Good at forensics. So Yeah, so you look at the chair, see the chair's knocked over, you kind of get the idea there might have been a struggle, which, everybody else kind of ascertained.
Mhm.
You look in, you see like a glass cabinet that's open with a bunch of books, like old books. Um, forensically, uh, yeah, I mean, you look around, you look at the coffee table, you check like the typical places for fingerprints. You see tons of fingerprints. You have how's your eyesight? Good vision?
She has excellent alertness of 70 and search of 50, so I'd say very good vision.
Okay, with your very good vision, you can kind of you can see like the shimmer of the oil and the fingerprints, and you kind of get the idea that most, if not all, these appear to be the same, probably Drexler. You kind of look around with your like womanly senses. You get the idea that this is a single man lives here. Like you see no sign of a woman's touch. Uh,
Hmm.
and as far as forensic stuff, there's nothing really sticks out. No blood. I don't know exactly what you'd be looking for, but there doesn't appear to be any forensic evidence around. Um, yeah, if you want to step in to the book room, good sight, you can see probably from the hallway that there appear to be some books missing. You're probably guessing those are some of the ones by the door. You've been told that an agent already kind of went through some of this, but there's probably 300 books in this room alone.
Okay, yeah. I'm assuming that the books that are missing have been, already they've started to take them as part of the investigation. Another thing I'm doing is I am sketching the house as I go, paying particular attention to doors, but also making sure there aren't any large interior spaces like a hidden room or any of that BS. There
Okay.
probably aren't, but you would be surprised. The kind of spaces that are in old houses that are just, walled off and forgotten about.
Right. Um, yeah, sorry. This is a very modern new house. But
Okay.
I mean, I can mind. Yeah, I can probably just. Uh, oh, it might not work. Never mind. It's too complicated to do now. But yeah, it's a modern house. You look
How many
around.
floors?
2 floors. You're looking for signs of a basement. You see none. So it appears to be
Okay.
appears to have no basement. Um, yeah, steps upstairs. Lots of books and notes and stuff kind of on the table. Looks like it's been gone through. You know that there was an agent who went through a lot of this, so most of the prime stuff that they found would be in the boxes by the door for to be looked at later. Want to head up?
Okay. But does the roof interior go all the way up to match the roof exterior, or is there like a flat roof and is there possibly an attic space that hasn't been found?
All right. You head upstairs to look, and we will cut over to Agent Siegel, who popped the car door open and sits in the car. Looks
Just
clean.
gonna
You don't.
go clap down the sun blockers, see if anything is behind there.
You put them down. There's like a mirror, and tucked inside of it's a piece of paper. You open it up, and it's just the registration to the car, and a little piece of
Okay.
paper that has insurance information.
I'll leave it. Same place. Close it up. Glove box.
Glove box just has a manual for the car and a bottle of Purell,
Okay.
and then an empty pill bottle. Look at it. It says hydrocodone APAP.
Is it
Uh,
for Drexler?
Yeah, it's Drexler. It's empty. Um,
Hydrocodone.
yep. if you ask me later, I can tell you the name of the doctor on it. Find that information. But yeah, that's all that's in the glove box. Look around
Okay,
in
I'm
the.
gonna. Yeah.
Go ahead.
ahead.
Back seat looks empty. I'm guessing you stick your head back there and look at the floor. You just see floor mats, pretty clean.
Yeah, I would open up all 4 doors plus the trunk plus the motor compartment and just look through everything. You know, all angles.
All right, looks pretty clean. Typical car.
All right, so nothing. Can I do a search for hidden compartments?
Sure.
Success.
All right, no hidden compartments that you can
All right.
find.
And the pill bottle was made out to Drexler, right?
Yes, to Drexler. It's like a couple of months old, and the bottle's empty. The date on it is, it was filled like November or something, like
Yeah,
oh,
November 2018.
yeah,
All
last
right.
month.
All right. He's gonna go inside. Like he's gonna close up the car again, and well, actually, he's gonna leave the car open and like whistle inside to have for Lime to come out and see if she like can think of anything that should be in the car.
All right. Yeah, the bottle says Dr. Rebecca Durbin, the prescribing physician. You head back in, look around. You don't see Agent Lime. We'll cut up to Agent Lime. You climb to the top of the steps, and as you get to the top of the steps, you can see an open door to a bathroom across the hallway, and you can see two rooms on your right and one room on your, or 2 rooms on your left. Sorry, 1 room on your right. As you step into the hallway, take a kind of cursory look. You can see the bedroom, and the southerly room. You see another room that the largest of the rooms looks like the second bedroom. That's not the master, but the biggest one above the master or below the master is just another room that's covered in bookshelves. You see a room, like a smaller room, that has an easel and painting stuff. There's a a picture of a spiral on a like a fresh canvas that doesn't have really much of anything but a purple spiral, like painted on it, and it's kind of runny and whatnot. What do you want to do from there? Standing in the hallway.
Well, first I sketch the layout with careful attention to the doors, and then I look up. I saw the shape of the roof outside. Does it look like there is potentially an attic space up there?
It does not. You see, where the line where the like where the wall runs down the center, but to divide the 2 rooms, you can look down and you can see that in the hallway above one side. Okay, so the side where the steps are is like a story and a half. So there's like a vaulted ceiling,
Right.
very modern, like not vaulted technically, but just, the ceiling is 15 foot tall. The hallway ceiling drops down to a normal height. You can look into the library room and see that the room with all the books is 15 foot tall. The bedroom, you look in there, it appears to be the same, like vaulted ceiling on that side. Very modern. You step into the bedroom.
Okay, you said the hallway was a normal height.
Yeah, like half and half. Like over the steps, and then the first few steps you take, and then it drops down, and you can see like like a real tall ceiling in there. There's like some artwork and whatnot hanging up at the top. Very clean, like very modern, like a modern hospital kind of a feel, like brand new, crisp drywall, all that stuff.
Brand new crisp drywall.
Like a new house.
Okay, so it's all brand new.
Yeah, all brand new.
Okay.
It's got that modern, like very modern look, right? Like like
Right.
something you might see in San Francisco that was built recently. Kind of the open floor plan a bit downstairs, kind of thing.
Okay. Uh, yeah, it's modern. I still think there should be a basement, but I haven't found a way to get to it. Uh, but yeah, I will head, I will check the restroom because as an EPA person, that's always a place I check. I'll get a sample for water quality testing later, but I'm not expecting anything unusual. Also, is there a medicine cabinet in the restroom?
Yeah, if you look in the restroom in the hallway, there's a medicine cabinet that's pretty much empty. If you look around a little further, you'll see that the master bedroom has an attached bathroom,
Mm-hmm.
and that if you look in that medicine cabinet, you'll see a prescription bottle of hydrocodone, prescribed by Dr. Rebecca Durbin, and it's got 30 pills or so in it. It's check the date. It's from was filled a week ago.
Okay. Are there other things that you would expect to find in a medicine cabinet?
Yep, toothbrush,
Or-
toothpaste, bottle of peroxide, maybe like a teeth cleaning kit, that kind of typical wares. There's a dirty, looks like a kind of bachelor patty, like the hand towel appears to have been there for a long time.
Uh,
Not a fresh hand towel.
well, I found the mold. Okay, yeah, check under the sink of the bathroom too, any drawers that are by the sink. Basically the whole sink area.
All right, nothing really of note. Typical toiletries and whatnot.
Okay. I suspect at this point I'll be heading down and hook back up with my fellow agent.
Yeah, Siegel's downstairs waiting on you to like have a look out, have a quick forensics check on the car.
Okay. Yeah. She's happy to do it. She will give it a good, careful once over, including the trunk especially. I noticed you didn't mention anything about popping a trunk, so.
Yes, I think you popped the trunk. Trunk
I think we
empty.
did, yeah.
It has just a spare
Okay.
tire, like normal, like under the wood. There's a spare tire. You look around for blood. Maybe pull out a forensic. Well, I don't know if you do that. You don't see any blood or anything. It looks very, very well kept for an older vehicle. It's like a car from the 90s, so it's like what, 15 years? Well, no, not 90s. Early 2000s. Relatively old car. Check this. You can see the odometer, low mileage.
This
Low
was
mileage, old car. Does it look like it's had professional detailing to clean out everything in the last few months, or is there the usual accumulation of dirt, debris, etc.?
Oh yeah, there's normal accumulation. If you look in the back, you'll see like a dead fly on the, with like the whatever they call the little thing behind the.
Right.
But other than that, pretty clean. Not like no cups, fast food bags, any.
Carefully get
Delta
the
Green agent.
flashlight out, check under the seats, make sure there's nothing that's slipped under there.
And you check under the seats, and you find a Bic lighter. Pink one.
Okay, I'll
Child safety has been broken off.
I'm gonna turn
I won't
to
remove it, but I'll point it out to Siegel.
gonna turn to Lime and say, have you ever seen a Delta an Opera agent's car that was this clean and also this unprepared for an op?
It does not look like an agent's car unless the agent was expecting people to look at the car, in which case this is exactly what it would look like.
Is there a garage in this building?
No garage. There's a awning. Agent Lime would have noticed upstairs when she was in the bedroom. There's like a deck, and the deck goes out over like a carport type of deal.
Okay. I'm gonna take down the registration number just in case. And I'm gonna spend like 10 minutes looking around the neighborhood to see if I can find like any other car that has items in them that would indicate that it's a Delta Green agent's car. You know, something with like a bug out bag in the back and like gear and stuff.
Yeah, you walk around, look around. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. So you check the
there's
keys.
no secondary car. Yeah, no secondary car parked nearby. There's no secondary keys in the house.
No, you check the keys, and there's only one car key on there.
All right. This is odd. Yeah, but we can't find anything.
Several
I'm just gonna
random
go
keys.
inside. Yes, sorry.
There's just several. There's several random keys that you can't tell. Look like they're for like typical key, like house keys. So maybe he might be like water the neighbor's plants or something, or have a storage unit. We'll say there's a little small key that looks like it might be for storage unit or bank, something like that. No numbers or anything on it. It's just indescript key. Could be for a padlock.
All right, I'm gonna take that one key specifically. One small key might be padlock or storage unit. Gonna take this one onto my character, and I'm gonna leave the rest of the keys with the house just in case more agents show up and need them for whatever reason.
How large
Final
is the
s-
yard?
The yard's pretty small. It is like probably 2 feet. It's surrounded in a privacy fence. The front side has like slats through it, like a metal railing, so that you could see like from the front windows, you can look out and see the actual street and whatnot. Along the sides, one side there's 2 feet between the wall and the house, and if you go around the back, you'll see that there's maybe 8 or 9 feet. And then on the street side, which would be your left if you're looking at the house from the street, there's a somewhat larger yard that's maybe 20 feet. I'd say 15 feet, with a relatively large tree in the back. But if you look along, if you inspect the house, it looks like you kind of get the idea that maybe there'd be a crawl space, but you don't see any typical, like the little holes, the crawl space holes.
Yeah.
Nothing sticks out.
And I've been all over the house, all around the house. Do I recall any kind of padlock anywhere?
No.
All right. I'm gonna share this with Lime.
Mm.
You smart, so you might get the idea to try the cabinet.
In what way?
If you try that glass cabinet that you lockpicked,
Oh yeah, my bad. That makes a lot of sense.
bingo.
I tried.
There's your key.
Okay.
It opens
I'm
the
gonna-
curio with all the fancy books, first editions.
All right. Yeah, I totally forgot that I picked that. I'm gonna leave the key in the lock with the cabinet.
All right. Yeah, there's
All
a
right.
pile of boxes by the door. You would have saw when you came in, probably like 8 boxes.
Gonna ask Lime if there's anything else she wants to do at this location.
Yeah. She's gonna take a look at the pipes and things and see if she can figure out where the septic tank is.
All right. Yeah, if you go to the kitchen or the bathrooms, you'll see that the pipes just go down into like the floor.
This is a city,
Right.
right? So it's just into the city network.
If you had to guess, you'd say there's a crawl space somewhere.
I'm sure there's a crawl space here somewhere, but it would take me hours to find it.
right. You want to note that down as a lead for you, Rain?
Sure.
It's just later on go to Skiff case reports and enter it into like a separate lead thread.
I mean, you can just keep it to yourself
Okay.
if it's, unless you think it's important enough for other people to check out. But
Mhm.
something like that, I'd probably just mark that as a personal thing.
Yeah, or if you keep your like your own notes, if you want to check up on it yourself, like depending on how fast things get forgotten.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I mean, it's the sort of thing that if at some point I've got some free time and the GM's got some free time, we could just,
Check it out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
check that
Yeah.
out. But,
Yeah. I mean, you're pretty sure there's a crawl space, and if you had to guess, it's just hidden. It's a very modern building.
Mhm.
Like everything's streamlined and like clean lines and stuff. So it's probably just a panel or something you yank off or something, or maybe it's through the floor. Who knows? But you could probably
Yeah.
find it. But
It's a matter of going to every single service that isn't, and finding a house space, or I just decide to make an entry into where I figure out the crawl space is. Don't worry about the official one, and I use the tools, the wrench and the pry bar and things, and I make a hole.
yeah, I mean, you would know that there's a crawl space. There has to be. So if it's
Yeah.
if it's that well hidden, then yeah, I'd cut a hole in the floor because it could have secret rooms or something. Who knows? But
hmm
um,
I am also surprised there isn't a basement.
yeah, don't know. Very modern house.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we take the books and we bring them back. Uh, the boxes fill up the back seats of both our cars and the passenger seats, and bring a bunch
Alrighty.
of books back.
How many boxes of evidence are there?
The 8 boxes. When you're carrying them, you
Okay.
can tell that it's like 5 boxes full of books and whatnot, and a couple of the boxes full of paperwork, loose paper, like loose papers. And then you still have a
Although
couple
she tries to
boxes.
put a brave face on it, you will notice that Agent Lime isn't exceptionally strong. If anything, she's below average in strength.
All right. Like Siegel is right there with you. Like he is not that strong. So you're just like two office workers just carrying boxes, I guess. Like nothing special.
So I guess if we carry each of the boxes out together, both of us carrying them, then we can probably manage them.
Sure.
She's got a 9 strength. Is Siegel better or worse than her?
He's got a 10.
Okay, so he's average and she's slightly below average.
So I guess like he's carrying the boxes with the books and you get the papers, the loose paper boxes.
Oh, chivalry's not dead.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah. So you guys carry the book, carry the stuff out, load it up. Siegel takes a little walk around, looks around, doesn't see anything. He's looking for the potentially a second car for Drexler. Doesn't see anything. You guys meet back up at the cars, so heading out. It is, let's say it is like 1:30 p.m.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to head out, meet a player, but if like Lime wants to stick around.
All right, I mean, we can head you guys back to the office. Go ahead and do your things that you marked.
I'm also gonna try and roll for my daily improvements. Gonna try firearms and forensics.
Sure.
Ooh, crit fail.
Oof.
Forensics. And a forensics fail. All right.
Yeah, mark them both.
Marked. Everything is marked. Apply skill improvements. Nice.
Nice. All right, yeah, you guys take the books and all the boxes and take them back to the office. Look through them a bit, for the next couple hours. Around 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, you can head out. Siegel goes and does his stuff. Hits up the range probably to practice shooting and all that stuff. What does Agent Lime do after work?
You can
Well,
narratively improve 2 skills.
2 skills, or I can attempt 1 skill and 1 stat.
Sure, the stats take a while to leave to improve stats. So I'm not sure exactly. I have to look up how that works, but I know you're going to the gym, it'd take more than 8 visits to the gym to have 18 strength. But yeah, I mean,
Well,
being
keep in mind you have to fail the stat roll, and those are generally.
Yeah, you said 9. You're at 9 now, right?
Yeah.
Then sure,
So
yeah.
she has been, doing physical therapy, and that is in fact where she's going. So we'll start with a PT roll. 73. Yes.
All right. Like, how many failures do you think is fair to improve a stat?
The rolls, the standard rules just say, 1, but tell me what you need.
But this is like a day by day thing, so it would be like 1 day.
I will think about it, but there is a thing called newbie
Mhm.
gains. So I'd say from 9, you're fine. If you bump up to
Go
10
up
or
to
whatever.
10.
Yeah, go for it. I'd say, like real life, it gets like progressively harder as you go, right?
Mhm.
Like to go from, same with like intelligence and whatnot, like there's a lot of people that just can't hit 18. So I don't know how that works. It seems a little strange I didn't know that it was same as skills. That seems a little strange, but I'll look into it. We might come up with a system
it feels
that's a
weird.
little.
Like you should put like a cap on it. Like, I don't think you should be able to improve stats just by practice over like 12 or 13, because otherwise it gets like everybody's gonna get stupid powerful fast.
Yeah, we'll check on it. We'll say it's good for 1 up to 10. That's fine with me.
Yeah.
If you make
Okay,
it,
and for the skill, I think she is going to. It looks like there's a lot of things that we need to learn about here. I'm thinking history might be useful for this particular op. So let's 38. So what numbers do I roll to boost history?
Looks like you. Okay, so you already did Hument and Stealth, which were the ones you failed. So you would just.
this is for training.
Did it uncheck the boxes when you rolled last time? Like for the ones you.
Yes.
Okay, so typically you would just check that box and add it to it, but go ahead and just check the box and then do your daily thing again, and it'll automatically.
Okay, just check the box. So when you do the training, you're only adding 1d4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just check the box like you did before, and then click the button again for apply skill improvements.
Yep. And it'll
Okay.
automatically do it. Yeah. We're just kind of winging it.
Okay.
We'll see.
There you go.
See how it goes. I think it should be fine. Like you said, you have to fail. So, like with the stats, it does kind of. You will level up slower as you go, but we'll see. For now, we'll do every session.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Alrighty.
All right, have a good one.
You want to do a home scene with Lime while I type up the lead?
Sure. Yeah, Lime, you head back home after work, or do you stop at maybe the library to do some history research?
Well, as I said, after work, the first thing she does is go to physical training, because that's where she's been working to recover for the past couple of years from the damage that was done by that one terrible encounter. So, she puts herself through the physical hell, and she's making progress. And then after that, she's going to go home and she'll be looking into some of the history of the university on her phone. Because nobody gets books anymore.
True.
But she reads up about the university history on her phone. And while she's there, her aunt comes and knocks on the door and asks how she's doing. Because she knows after PT that she's always sore and tired and a little out of sorts.
How you doing, dear?
So-
How's your day? Says Aunt Lucy. I think Lucy, right?
Well, I feel like I'm making progress, but so much work.
Can't save the world in a day.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Did you eat?
Haven't yet actually. Don't worry, you've left me plenty of food. I'm sure I got something in there I can reheat.
Cooking some pasta. You're welcome to come have some.
Well, you know I can't say no to your pasta.
Be done in 20 minutes or so. I'll pound on the wall.
Sounds good.
All right. Thanks,
Thank
dear.
you.
She heads back up, grabs like some salt, dumps some salt in her hand, takes it with her to. She
Mhm.
must be out of salt.
You know what? I will, after I see that, just bring the salt shaker over with me, and find her salt shaker, dump like 80% of what I've got, just leave me a little for, seasoning emergencies.
All right. Nice. Thanks, dear. You're the best.
You're welcome.
Got
You are
some
the best.
fresh tomatoes grew in the garden. Well, last
Oh.
year, not so fresh. Sorry, they're a couple months old. I froze them. They were fresh when I made them into the sauce and canned them.
Mhm.
You got like a mason jars. You see empty mason jars full of homemade pasta from the backyard. She grew the garlic and the tomatoes, big ripe Romas, and yeah, you guys just kind of hang out, have a meal,
Mhm.
relax.
Yeah.
When it gets late, imagine you head home.
Yep. Which thankfully is right next door.
Right. Yeah, there's like a. Should there be a like a door between the apartments? Like some duplexes will have, like each one will have a key to the basement. Like a door on each side down to the basement.
That makes sense, I think. They've gotten in the habit of coming to the main door in part because of the girlfriend incident, where she walked in and caught the two of them together and just walked right back out, never said anything about it, but ever since, she's been really good about knocking and really good about coming to the main door.
Nice. So yeah, you can just cut right through the middle of the house then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Head over and hit the sack. Got any yeah, all right, you hit the sack. Say that's
Yeah.
a wrap for today.